I've forgotten what I always say every single time.
Stuff and things.
Crit happens.
Welcome to Crit Happens plays Echoes of the Past. I didn't just, honestly, completely went out of my brain. I say it every single time. Welcome to D&D, improv, comedy, whatever the fuck we do here. As a recap of last session, we disguised ourselves. I say ourselves, I'm not playing, I'm the DM. They disguised themselves as a womble of wizards, a collective noun coined by them. It is now canon and true of the real world that is now the collective noun for wizards. As disguised as wizards, you went into the council building in Waterdeep, where a lot of nobles and wizards have all congregated to discuss the happenings within Neverwinter. And Asmodeus's takeover of it. Understanding what they knew, you've heard some hearsay, you've heard some sort of gossip, and understanding what people know of the situation. It's not quite as much as you guys. Some people do know that much, some people don't. But you made your way to the back of the council chamber, where it appears that a familiar face of Alex, the small human boy picked up and saved from Neverwinter, was being held captive in the courtroom behind the main council building. On trial, stood for being part of a demon or devil heritage. A few other individuals were there, such as Edward Mordenkainen, Effraim Stole, and a few other figures. Alex, the small human boy, awakened and spewed out black ichor that turned into two shambling mounds, and we had a fun fight, and Hugh nearly died. And that is where we'll pick up from now. I need to get better at doing recaps, because I didn't have a clue what went on. I didn't think about it. So, we will move over to here, where the scene will be yours. I suppose we will start with you, Hugh, as you get up from your unconscious state after rolling amazingly 3 successful death saving throws. How you feeling?
Unkillable me.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very beaten up. I think Julius had just approached me, I think, hadn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, Julius. Are you okay?
Hugh. Oh, yeah, come here. And I'll, help him up. And then as I help him up, I'm just gonna... Oh, sorry, I'm being too loud. The baby's in the background. As I help him up, I get too into Julius, man. Help him up. And I'm gonna probably just, vomit. You know, when you tug someone, it really gets you in your belly. Oh,
well,
sorry.
The sight of that is going to send Hugh off as well. You don't know what it was like in there.
Oh, shit. Dude, are you okay? We thought you died.
It swallowed me. I was inside that puddle over there.
Oh my god, are you how does Hugh look?
I'm covered in this black mucus. There's sort of these sort of strands of fleshy black ichor just sort of hanging down you, like it's sort of like you're covered in almost this black seaweed type texture.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's rough. Don't do it again. I'll mop him off a little bit, and I'll do a casual little healing word. Because we leveled up, I've got spell slots. Have a healing word for rubbish jealous. Healing. Here we go. Where is it? Where is it, man? Where is it?
Bob wanders over during this time, just seeing these two throw up, and just kind of just looks at them both kind of weird, and then just throws up on the floor as well. Just thinks that's kind of thing that we do.
So their sick smells very normal. Yours smells just purely of booze, Gob.
Yep.
I like to imagine Gob walks over and he doesn't actually feel sick. He just sticks a finger down his throat just to be one of the crew.
That's exactly what he does. Yeah. Wants to join in.
8 points of healing for you, Hugh.
Fantastic.
You're feeling in exactly the same way, Hugh, because in D&D you feel exactly the same way with 1 hit point and 8 hit points. So.
Absolutely. Yeah, although I'm absolutely covered in shit, and I start removing my shirt, mopping my brow.
Oh.
Oh. Maybe he's going to take his pants off again. Don't do it, Hugh. There's old people somewhere. There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
It's a socially inappropriate situation again, isn't it? And I'll get my pink tunic out and put that on instead.
Yeah, so it's Gob. You will see this large pink sort of robe tunic with a large yellow sun straight on the front with a smiley face. As this is the sponsored cloak of the Magic Emporium from Neverwinter.
Where's the boy? Is it what? Who's got the boy?
I think Lugus.
I was going to be walking towards him.
Lugus was by him, and he's just sort of looking around the group, going, "What do I do with it?"
So the boy, Alex, still in sort of a normal form, is unconscious, lying on this sort of small middle podium where the defendant or anyone that's speaking is stood forth addressing the Aarakocra that sits atop his court throne. That's what that's called. But he is currently unconscious on the floor and no longer bound, as you broke the arcane bounds that was binding him.
Is that
I'm
good?
still... I'm still like true sighting, like in the ethereal situation.
Mm-hmm.
What am I still seeing? That red orb?
You are still seeing this glowing red orb, where it normally was, which you can assume is above Alex. You don't see Alex at all. You just see this glowing red orb. It has faded. It is now starting to swirl with this almost black smoke that's coming off of it. It is still there, but it's not quite as active as it once was, maybe 30 seconds ago during the fight.
Okay. Like asleep again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What does Effraim Stole look like? Still the same?
Yeah, so Effraim Stole is just this sort of ethereal figure. Again, with sort of this blackish grey smoke sort of emanating off of him, but he appears as though he appears more celestial than anything else that you've ever seen. He's very different than anything else that you've seen within the ethereal realm.
I'm going to walk towards him then.
As you do, you will meet his gaze. And he will, this sort of ethereal arm will just reach out to you, place his hand on your shoulder, and your vision will just turn completely back to normal, as if he has forced you out of the ethereal plane. And now you will see the entire courtroom with your friends, the corpses of the shambling mound sort of spewed out across the floor. Most of the wizards, mages, sorcerers, and a couple of the noble figures have now started to retreat from the room. And it really is now just a couple of mages still left. The Aarakocra above is still sat there on his throne, and there is Edward Mordenkainen in there as well. Good evening, Flopsy.
Hi.
You done well.
What just happened here?
I believe that small boy over there is a demon sent by Asmodeus. Asmodeus, to trick us. But this small boy wasn't caught. This small boy wasn't tracked down by any means. This small boy walked into this building and announced himself, almost like he wanted to be here.
And you just kept him there, tied up in the place that he supposedly wanted to be?
Make no mistake, I am no part of this. I am merely a spectator. I watch. I make notes.
What are you? I'm sorry to ask, but I don't see very many things in the ethereal plane, and you were very much one of them.
If you mean I am one of them, no. I am just a figure that doesn't belong. In the ethereal, you will see things that do not belong. I am one of these things, but I can assure you I mean you no harm.
How did you know about the bindings? To put him back to sleep or whatever?
The bindings utilized to keep this figure in a state of suppression, unfortunately does not work on demons and devils. The binds that were binding it were not binding it at all. It was allowing it to awaken, which is why the bounds needed to be broken. You see, arcane devices utilized in this time are not quite as effective. They were never built to... Well, I mean, nothing really was built to bind a god, or a demon, or a devil. There have been some devices in some times, but this certainly wasn't it. I think the boy is safe for now. As much as a demon in a mortal form can be.
I was going to say, what do we do with him? Like, we can't just let him out on the street, can we? I mean, he could awaken at any time. If his life is in mortal danger, for instance.
That is for you to decide. What do you think should become of this boy?
He doesn't know, does he? As Alex, he doesn't know.
You misunderstand. There is no person called Alex. There was never a boy called Alex. This is just a form that this demon has chosen. It isn't a body that was abducted or taken over. It is just what that demon or devil insisted it looked like at the time.
But what about his parents?
His parents? He says with a sort of question mark at the end.
Yeah, we met his parents in the streets. They were looking for him.
Now that's disconcerting, isn't it? There may be more.
You think there's like a flock of demons outside?
I don't suppose Asmodeus would have sent only one. They normally work in packs.
So, do you think he's preparing for another?
Possibly. Although you saw how easily he took over the entire city of Neverwinter. He could just do it again here. There's nothing stopping him. I have a feeling now isn't the right time. Something is going on in Neverwinter, and I am unsure what it is. listen. Perhaps now is not the best place to discuss matters, but I am happy to answer any questions that you all may have. When you are done here, meet me at the tavern. We can talk.
Okay. Sure. I should probably see how Hugh's getting on anyway. Because, engulfs and all that.
Yes. I'll join you. And he'll sort of walk over to you, Hugh, and he'll just reach a hand down. Hello, friend.
Stole! Hello! And I'll guess I think, what's a shoemaker doing here?
Yes, I did tell you I was a shoemaker, didn't I? Apologies, Hugh. I lied.
No.
You never were one for insight, were you, Hugh? Apologies. I am Effraim Stole. I don't actually have a profession, if you can believe it. I am a man.
Very unprofessional.
Well, I have money. Don't worry about my finances or anything like that. I am a man of intelligence. I like to know how things work.
How are you feeling, Hugh? You didn't seem to be in a great place at the last bit of that battle yet. There.
No, I was not in a good place at that battle, no. It was very smelly and dark and a bit scary. But I'm feeling much better now. Julius has sorted me. I'm feeling fit as a fiddle. And I'll kind of stumble a bit as I'm standing.
Well, perhaps we should take it a little easy, yeah? I mean, we've got to decide what we're doing with that. And she's going to, pointedly look towards Alex.
Is Lugus just stood restraining the demon?
Don't restrain the demon, it'll wake the demon, don't do it.
I'm using brains to restrain him, don't worry.
Right. What's the Aarakocra looking like?
Right, these sort of, after the fight had sort of broken out, you see that the Aarakocra is quite a hardened individual, and he was almost just taking cover, but now as you're having these short conversations, you see him sort of getting back up, understanding the lay of the land, and trying to understand what is to become of this individual in the centre of the room. He hasn't said much, but you can see that he is looking around all of you four, trying to understand Effraim. And yes, he hasn't spoken much so far.
Were there guards? I mean, if this is a courtroom and they're trying someone for being a demon, were there no guards to begin with?
No. You probably get the sense that wizards and nobles within this room were probably more capable in this kind of situation than a town's guardsman would be.
Gotcha.
Although most of them fled.
Yeah, and why was Eddie here?
You'd have to ask him.
I mean, I've currently put myself on observing demon child duty while people have their reunions.
And you'll see.
I'm going to have a quick... Oh, sorry.
No, go on.
No, Karen.
So you will all see this kind of suave gentleman figure with this tiny sort of small moustache coming down into a goatee and a bald head. A very well-dressed individual, and he'll sort of just tighten the buckle on his jacket. And he'll make his way over to you, Lugus. Lugus.
Eddie? No, Eddie, I'd keep your distance. I don't know if this thing's going to go ghosty on us again.
What are you doing back, Lugus?
Oh, so many things have happened. Oh, we never went out when Flippin' Husband Ace showed up. So we sort of flew back to back to the resort. We had to stop Philippe from nearly offing himself, and as soon as we get into Waterdeep, this flipping thing happens.
You know,
I just wanted a holiday.
I heard there was sightings of Ratatosk in Neverwinter. I did wonder whether it was you or not. I guess it was.
Did I not tell you that I received the letter?
Yes. But if the stories are true, it is told that you are quite some hero, Lugus.
Oh, well. I'd say that's just circumstances, really. Plus, I think this might be sort of... It's very bleak and very sort of selfish for me to think this way, but this might be that letter that Xandar sent me might have been Here's Will. I feel like this is sort of my chance that he's given me. Nothing for 12 years, and all of a sudden all this shit happens in the span of a week.
Lugus, we've told you many times, Tyr has not... We've not seen any sign of Tyr in millennia.
Oh, Eddie. I love you, but... Oh... Oh, we have our own separate beliefs. Just...
Did you see my firebolts?
Mate, it takes some kind of magician to do a lower damage dice than the minimum damage dice on a firebolt. I don't know. I still, to this day, don't know how you did that. That is some...
So what you're saying is I'm one of a kind?
Incredibly so. Please, just... carry on with whatever you're doing. Now, I'm kind of terrified at the moment because I don't know what's happening.
Yes. I don't feel as though I will be much help here. All I will say, Lugus, is come and find me when you are done with all this. I have some info that may be pertinent, but I don't want prying eyes to hear.
You don't want eyes to hear.
I cast Firebolt with 2d4s, like, I'm not good with words.
So, Eddie, why are you here? You're the owner of a resort. Your dad might be like a baron, but were you part of this secret council? How long have you been attending these?
Lugus, I'll have you know I've been part of the Wizard's Enclave for quite some time, Lugus. I'm sorry that I didn't let you know sooner. My application was accepted a year ago.
Oh, I mean, I'm immensely proud, but like...
I may have lied a little on my CV.
As does everyone.
Exactly. Well, come and see me once this is all over. You talk.
Are you going to be... Where do I meet you?
I mean, you just mentioned that Philippe has nearly killed himself. Maybe I should go and check in on him.
You might have to book him some sort of psychotherapist. It's just that Jack Monroe fella.
We do not have the budget for that kind of thing. I'll talk to him myself.
Hey, thank you. I'll see you later. We'll be heading back that way, hopefully soon.
And he will he'll take out a spell book, and he will sort of turn his back to you slightly, and you'll hear him utter some runes and take out a few pieces of organic material from his component pouch. You'll sort of crush them together, and you'll see him mutter the words, and this just purple smoke just goes all over him. But then as the smoke subsides, he's still stood there, and he'll just, I don't suppose you know teleport, Lugus?
No, I don't think I ever will. It's not really my sort of magic.
And he will walk out of the room as his teleport spell has failed.
Just tell everyone it was a smoke bomb.
Yes. I'm getting there, Lugus. I'm getting there.
Right. Love you, Eddie.
Love you, Lugus. And you see now, Lugus, that the the boy on the floor is still unconscious, but breathing.
Every slight twitch the boy makes just makes Lugus immediately just zero in, freeze up. Did Lugus hear Flopsy's conversation with Effraim?
I mean, I wasn't necessarily being quiet about it, but I wasn't shouting it from the hills.
It's up to you, really, mate.
I feel like Lugus was probably preoccupied with Terra and Eddie.
I'm going to head over to Julius, if possible.
Okay. Before you do that, while Lugus was talking to Thingy and Flopsy was talking to Effraim, I just want to get down on my knees so I'm height with Gob. I'm just going to put my hand on his shoulder and listen, Gob. I know that you're just some gremlin that we met in the sewers, but what you did tonight was really impressive. Thank you, buddy.
Gob will he's still in his hybrid form, so he'll just get this big toothy grin from this wolf-like creature, and he'll just and just drop back into his goblin form. Oh, that's all right. Oh, headaches. You still got any of that stuff on you?
I was just about to say this as well. Gob, you will suffer 2 points of exhaustion. I forgot to tell you that at the end of last session.
I sniffed the horrible stuff.
And I was just about to say, while I've got my hand on his shoulder, I'm going to try and pickpocket Gob.
Okay. Okay. Roll me a sleight of hand check first. Roll me a stealth check and a sleight of hand check.
Oh, okay. I don't think either of these are particularly good for me, so it's probably going to go badly.
And then, obviously, Gob, because you're speaking to Julius, roll an active perception. But what is your passive perception?
My passive perception is 9.
Brilliant. Roll an active perception because you are active. This isn't. It's not coming from behind. Nah.
Oh.
Okay.
Do you want the disadvantage?
Wait, what?
Yeah, go on, roll it again. I want to see if you can get lower.
-5.
I want to see if you can get lower.
-5 to wisdom.
Roll it.
I don't know why it's
0 wisdom.
Oh,
So you got 0 wisdom.
oh, right. So,
No, it's not that bad. I don't know why it's done that. No, it is that bad. I don't know why it's -5. I don't know.
Why? How?
Oh, my exhaustion. You got some weird exhaustion rules.
Oh yeah, it's doing because it's adding up. It's the 2024 ones where it just keeps on adding minuses for each exhaustion you get.
I don't know these rules.
That's how it works. 2024 exhaustion. If you have 1 level of exhaustion, it's -1 to everything. 2, it's -2 to everything. 3, it's -3 to everything.
I had no idea.
Checks, saving throws, attack rolls.
Well, for now, Gob, you are affected.
-1,
You are affected by 2024 exhaustion. I'm so sorry.
That's all right.
I will change that because I had no idea that's how that was going to work in this version of Foundry. But with a -2, Gob, as Julius places his hand upon your shoulder, you just close your eyes for an extended period of time. Julius, what would you like to do?
Julius has run out of his own alcohol to drink, and so he's after either some of
the trousers. That's down his trousers.
Some of the alcohol that Gob stole, or some of the green. What was it called? Rinstone.
Right. Well, the Rinstone, I tore the bag open and snorted a lot in one go.
Okay.
So there's none of that left. The only bit of alcohol left is a little what's left of one of the bottles of wine or whatever that I robbed, and that's down my trousers. So,
Right. I mean, does a 16 get me that?
Against a -2, yeah.
How easy is God?
You can steal his trousers and you wouldn't even know.
So you,
Just take trousers.
what are your What are they, Gob? Are they just are they just cloth trousers? What we saying? How would Julius steal your bottle?
well, they're probably like patchy leather trousers with a little bit of string around the waist to keep them tight. So yeah, you'd have to just slide his hand down the front. It's probably enough of a gap, and rummage around until you find the bottle and nothing else. And
No, that's not it.
Roll a d4.
Oh no!
Grab it.
I don't know. What
Who?
A 2. Yeah, unfortunately, you grab something that feels like a bottle, but to the next, just to the left of it, you do feel a hard substance, and that is the bottle.
Okay. I'll take it back. And I'm just gonna
God, you've no idea this is going on.
Great, I love you.
can't even enjoy
Buddy.
it.
yeah, what are we doing now? What was the thing with a boy?
I don't know.
I'm imagining it now with Gob with his trousers down his ankles, and he just hasn't noticed.
He's got his little, like, Smeagol
Julius,
loincloth on.
Just had his pants pulled down,
No, he
and he's
doesn't.
none the wiser.
No, he goes commando.
Oh no!
Oh no!
What have I done? I learned too much too quickly. I don't know. He's what's going on? Hugh, do you know?
No, we were saving the demon, but the demon's a demon, so we probably shouldn't save the demon.
Huh.
Lugus?
Wisdom 101.
You will see now that people have started to come into the room from the door that you entered. There are town's guards, but there are a flurry of wizards and mages that have now headed into the courtroom, and they're sort of overlooking you all within the floor and Alex on the podium. And you'll see that a few multiple wizards will approach Alex and sort of approach you, Lugus, and they will just say, get aside, small squirrel, let us handle this.
What are your intentions? Trust me, I'm a space law police officer.
No, you're not.
I represent the law in a divine sense. What are your intentions with this boy demon thing?
He will look up to the Aarakocra and just say, my lord, if it is applicable, we can banish this creature to just a harmful pocket dimension for the time being until we understand exactly what this creature is capable of and where it exactly came from. And you'll see that the Aarakocra will look in your direction, really, Lugus, as you guys saved everything, really.
I mean, we can make some safe assumptions as to this boy's origin. We assume he was sent here by Asmodeus to follow us because we had one of the few people to sort of, escape him.
Yes, we know of you all. We wanted to ask you questions. We wanted to understand what happened in Neverwinter. Why didn't you come to us sooner?
That's a
And
question.
Flopsy's just gonna just sidle up a little bit. I'm very sorry, but slapping a face on some wanted posters doesn't exactly make you feel like there's the best intentions.
Agreed. We were in a slight bit of a rush. The amount of people that we were intaking from Neverwinter, we had to make the ship docks everybody aware that we just needed to get your faces out there. We had no intention of harming any of you, no intention of treating you all like criminals. We just wanted to ask you questions. That was all. I'm sorry for the way it was applied, but it was kind of our only option at the time.
Well, you got us now.
Yes, and as you can see, nobody is putting you in chains.
Aw.
But we must decide what is to happen with this demon. And you'll see that the wizard next to you, Lugus, will pull out this this globe in his hand. It's kind of like this white globe with sort of brass inlays to it, and it sort of resembles a ball with sort of two halves, really. And it's translucent to a point where you can see into it, and you can sort of see this smoky texture within it, sort of swirling around, and you can barely just sort of see past it. So it is essentially translucent glass globe.
Would I recognize this item from my 12 years chillaxing with some wizards?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's a really good point. Roll a history check.
I did not have my sheet up, sorry. 14.
14. Yeah, you will know this as a palimpsest. So it's a device that can hold things within it for an extended period of time. Within it, I'm going to say you wouldn't know too much about what actually happens to anything that goes into it, but you get the sense that it is something that things can be placed in there, living or non-living things, and they can stay there until they are brought back out again.
I mean, he might know what the actual word means, though, even if he doesn't know necessarily what the magical...
I don't need to know its inner workings.
Yeah. I mean, do you think you'd know what the word palimpsest is? Like, just a generic palimpsest, not even a magic one?
Neve might have told me it works like a Pokeball. Or a Pokemon ball.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, to be fair, it's probably quite fitting. It works like a... so they don't call them Pokeballs. They call them Pokemon catchers. So as you have to remember that the main character of Pokemon uses a net to catch the Pokemon. So it works in the same vein as when he catches a creature, it just goes into this net.
Oh, that's a disgusting exhaustion rule. Sorry.
I haven't looked at it. I have to have a look at it.
Jack's just put it up in the chat.
Bad.
Oof.
Bad.
Don't worry, I will change it back when I figure out how. I had no idea it was going to be like that.
Gross.
Oh, I didn't realise it.
For now, Gob, the exhaustion has worn off and you can go back to 0 exhaustion. Because I don't want to. I don't want to mess with those rules right now.
I'm a bit late. But
he's used to doing hard drugs. He just kind of like brushes it off after a little while.
Fair enough.
Wipes his nose.
You find like a bottle of Fanta lemon,
so much tolerance,
which will sort you right out.
He sneezes and there's just this green dust that kind of pops up.
Well,
tries to catch it in the air.
If it helps Lugus with the decision, I know that this is something that you take quite seriously. That is a demon. It's not a person, and it doesn't seem to have, like, Alex doesn't exist.
Oh, thank Jesus. Whoever that
It's
is.
a persona.
What about... Because we met...
Yeah, so about that, I mentioned it to an important person, and it seems that there may be more.
Oh,
Ooh.
and they're meeting us at the tavern, or would be.
Yeah. Or their son, at least, not us. I don't think they're going to take the news that their son isn't going to be returning to them very kindly, but yes.
I mean, aye, but if my assumption is correct, I do believe. I'm currently not in the state to handle more of whatever that boy was.
No.
This voice will come into your mind, Lugus. The
Oh.
voice of the key. Ah,
Oh, hello.
hello. Hello, Lugus. I couldn't help but overhear, you appear to have an issue with the devil or demon.
Oh, I do. Would you like... I suppose from other people's perspective, Lucas is just staring at a key. Because he speaks telepathically. So he just pulled it.
Yeah.
Is he okay?
I am. Why speak up, Jack? Can you remedy this issue?
No, I'm just a key.
Oh,
But I can offer some advice.
I always appreciate your input for all the one time previously it was given.
Well, that's it. I take it or leave it. I suggest, even though this devil or demon is taking on the persona or impersonating a small child, it, however, is not a small child. You should act accordingly. I believe death is the only way. But like I said, I do not want to sway your decisions. I am only offering my opinion. If you do not wish for me to do this anymore, I shall not. I will respect your wishes.
That's... I didn't expect you to be so abrupt with the killing. That seems out of character. Do you have, like, a personal vendetta against demons? I know you're just a key, but...
Aye, not a personal vendetta. I would just class myself as aligned on the good side.
Oh, alright. I mean... I'll speak to you later. I'll put the key back in my pocket.
Okie dokie.
And I'll then project a Flopsy. Don't listen to him. He's a bit... I'll tell you about it later.
Don't listen. Don't listen to who?
Just this sentient key I found. What was I about to say? Oh, I mean, I am kind of leaning on going with the wizard's palimpsest. No, so we could maybe access him through that and try and glean some more information, whatever that may be. I know, like, do we already have someone who could explain this to us? I'm pretty sure if you kill demons in these upper realms, they appear back in hells.
And then they can come back.
Aye. And Asmodeus seems to just be able to summon them with a click of his fingers. So I don't see the benefit of just... I prefer capture rather than murder.
You will see the wizard next
So
to
capture.
you will sort of nod in agreement.
So capture to bind rather than kill to potentially come back.
Aye. And make sure whatever binding you use aren't like those flipping chains, because they appear to do the flipping opposite effect on these guys.
Righto. And he'll hold out the palimpsests above this unconscious body of Alex, and you'll see that it just sort of settles there for a moment, but then levitates above the body, and it sort of shoots out this smoky, gaseous-like form that consumes the small boy, and then the orb then lands back where the boy once was. And you can see now that the orb is just thick with this black ichor, just swirling on the inside like it is just this pitch black glass globe.
Does it glow intermittently 2 or 3 times before finally settling?
It does. It just yeah, and it just chinks at the end.
I love how me and Darren had the same thought.
I didn't. I wasn't with you up until you asked. I was like, oh no, what have I done?
I was really disappointed when you didn't describe it as like a red energy, just sucking him in.
Yes, he held it in front of Alex, shouted return, and a red beam of energy. But the palimpsest is currently lying on the ground. And the wizard will he'll pick it up, and he will look towards the Aarakocra, who will look towards all of you.
Hugh will step forward and stretch out his hand.
Hello there, large.
I
sorry, you
don't
think we're
we
just going to
want that.
give this to you, do you?
Well, sorry, I got confused. I thought we were on a quest to destroy it or something. I don't know. He'll take a hand back and take a step back.
Well, it's an interesting one. What would you do with it?
I don't know. I mean, we generally figure things out as we go, but
I'd show it to our contacts. Try and can you communicate with the beings you have inside these orbs?
It is possible, although I wouldn't know how.
Oh, well, maybe one of our contacts might.
Maybe through some use of that, and he'll look down on the floor where there's just a sort of a clear white bag that's just been broken open. There's green granules all over the floor, and he'll look down to it and he'll possibly say, maybe with the use of that stuff, before it was shoved up the goblin nose.
You got like varying degrees of heroes, and then a coked up goblin.
It's downward.
Yeah, it's a downward
Above
slope.
the table, I'm fairly certain I have a pouch of Rinstone as well.
You do.
Oh.
It's a sea.
I'm setting a mage hand up.
Sorry, Lugus.
No, you might want to reveal you have some Rinstone before I send a mage hand up Gob's nose.
I'm just gonna go down. I'll bend down to Lugus. Don't worry, I have some, but I don't want to advertise it because I don't think that a goblin will take the news lying down. You know.
Gob, roll a perception check. You fucking fiend. No, you're looking around, Gob. You're looking for your next fix. You can't see it.
He is literally just kind of walking around. Is there many is there still wizard people here?
There is a couple. This room had about 30 in there. There's probably now about sort of 2 or 3 just sort of gossiping between themselves in a little huddle.
So if you guys ever kind of look around to see where Gob is, he's like just started to meander around and try and mingle in with the wizards a little bit. And that you see them in kind of confused conversation, and Gob will just walk away and just be doing strange hand gestures and muttering weird words every now and again.
I like it.
would you be willing to let us take him? We probably have the most experience with demons.
Roll a persuasion check.
Okay.
With advantage, because Hugh was assisting you.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, Hugh.
Or roll it. No, done that.
16.
16.
Pretty good.
Tell you what, go ahead and roll just a straight persuasion from you, Hugh, as well.
A straight persuasion, right?
Okay,
No.
I'll use Lugus's roll. Take it, but keep us updated. Do not let it out of your sight. It is safe for now.
Okay. Well, depending on where we are, I might have to, message you via Eddie.
Yes, he knows how to contact us. Annoyingly.
How? How did that happen? I'm still baffled. He's managed to get this far.
You know he gets paid more than I do.
What is he paying it out of? We've seen his banknotes. How is the resort still monetarily failing then? If he's as loaded as you say he is.
You see Edward blushes and you're just, oh no, he's gone, isn't he? Never mind.
He left after a teleport failed.
You know about the failing hotel?
In order to sort of find this meeting, I'll look through some of his paperwork.
Edward
also,
has.
So I live there.
He's fallen on tough
noticing.
times. Most of his wealth he has put back into the city for research and development. Maybe you should speak to him about it.
I will. I'm curious what he's funding. If it's not his own passion project.
It would not be my place to say, nor have I ever wanted to get involved.
Well, if he's gotten himself in some deeper shit than this apparent super secret council he's on. Oh no, wait, we have the super secret council. This normally secret council we're up is on. Taft. Thank you. I'll put it in one of my zip pockets so it doesn't fall out and break.
Look at that. This thing is about half the size of you, Lugus. So
I've got fairly spacious pockets.
Right,
it's like my pockets are like squirrel cheeks.
Oh, okay. So you can now all see
stretchy.
Lugus with. He's carrying a football essentially, and he's just sort of moseying around.
Lugus, perhaps one of us should carry that one.
Wait, what is it?
It's a small.
It's like a Tamagotchi, I think.
Yes.
I'll give it to Flopsy because Geelis is probably still pissed, and
I'm not.
and you still is apparently intent on breaking it.
Has that
I will
thing
put
got-
the
has that-
palimpsest into my bag as Julius, I'm presuming, is asking if that is a demon in a ball.
that is what I'm asking. What the fuck? Why do we want that?
I would
What?
personally rather take a demon away from a city filled with innocent people, potentially to a wild location where we can still research and
Set it
figure
free.
some stuff out. We're not setting the demon fucking free.
Back into
That's
the
a
wild.
terrible decision.
Very local of you, Flopsy.
I'm so confused. In the 2 seconds where I was otherwise occupied, we've got a demon in a Pokemon
Net.
capturing device. What?
Doesn't roll off the tongue quite as well.
I mean, It can't come out, right? And I'm going to look at Lugus. It can't come out, right? And then I'll look at the wizard. It can't come out, right?
Not unless the palimpsest is destroyed.
How do we do that?
Don't
Like,
have
we
to.
do
We don't.
Don't
We
have
don't
to.
do that.
No.
I am inclined not to tell you.
I know I don't mean like I mean like what happens if someone sits on it accidentally? Is that enough to destroy it?
It is of arcane nature. It cannot be broken if you accidentally sit on it.
What if I
What if
smash
I
it on the
actually
ground
sit on
really
it?
hard lots of times?
I'll tell
This
you
is
what.
why I'm asking the question.
He'll take out another palimpsest from his bag. Is basically his bag of palimpsests. He'll take out one that is like black and with yellow stripe. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing it. It's not.
No, carry on. Carry on.
Does it have an M on it?
Yeah, this is the master palimpsest,
Oh,
and
that's
he'll
the master.
he'll pass it to you, Gob, and he'll just say, "Try and break it."
And they will take it. They will just start absolutely smashing it into the floor as hard as they can, throwing it around the room, kicking it about.
Yeah, so it feels like you're slamming it into the ground, and it feels like you're slamming a hard piece of like adamantine steel onto the ground. You're almost damaging the ceramic and wooden sort of joist beneath you. And as you sort of throw it around, it is light in your hand. It is light enough that it holds some sort of weight. And as you sort of throw it, it just bounces off of the walls, chinks against some other sort of objects, but it doesn't hold enough weight to damage anything that you chuck it at either.
And then he'll just hold it up in front of his head. And then I'll just try and throw it through a window.
Okay. There's huge windows. Roll a d20, add your dex modifier and your proficiency.
Can I try and catch it with my mage hand after it breaks the window?
You can
that was just
roll a d20, add your spellcaster modifier, Lugus.
So we find out the stain, the glass windows are
Only after
like
it
bulletproof.
goes through.
my saving throws are the
Glazed.
same as what you just asked for.
reinforced glass.
Catch this shit, motherfucker!
Yeah, catch that shit. So d20 plus your spellcaster modifier, Lugus.
Holy fuck.
Oh, it was close.
Oh, no.
So as your mage hand, you see Gob. Well, go on, Gob. Explain to me. So there's two very large windows. They're not quite stained glass windows, but they are very high up, just so nobody can see into this room. But it is letting the night sky and the stars sort of emit sunlight into it. But they are, as the picture sort of depicts, as they are up very high. And you throw it with just immense amount of strength and dexterity as you can throw it directly at the window.
He's like raging around, kicking about, smashing it against stuff, and then he'll just like climb up on a table and jump and just like a basketball dunk, but throwing it forward at the window.
Oh, so as Gob jumps up for this dunk, you'll explain to me how your mage hand nearly gets it, Lugus.
Oh, because my mage hand is invisible. I imagine I've sort of just like projected it out my hand like I'm force palming it. It's sort of swerving, following it, but it's just too slow. And I'd make it dissipate, and no one is any of the wiser, and I pretend I did nothing.
And you feel this palimpsest just sort of glide across your fingertips as you just nearly grabbed hold of it, and it will hit the window, and the entire window will smash and just shatter down, and you see that the Aarakocra will take 1 point of piercing damage as his wing just comes above his head and shards of glass shatter on him. What the hell, man? What are you doing?
They don't break. No breaking those. They're good.
The wizard just looks up apologetically, and you see him now sort of go beneath the window, and he'll speak some magic words, and this tall step ladder just goes. Doof, 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 doof. He climbs up there and starts to cast mending multiple times on this window to repair it. And as he looks out the window, he just goes, "Somebody's taken the palimpsest." They've.
Oh shit! Does that one have the demon in it?
No. We have that one.
Fuck, guys,
Yeah,
we lost the demon.
I'm 90%.
We only had it for 2 minutes.
I'm 90% sure that one was empty. No, they've gone. They have gone out of sight, and they have gone.
That was the master palimpsest. There is only one of them, at least in this game.
Are they expensive, those things?
Yes, stupidly.
Apologies.
Well, I mean, whilst I do apologise, at the same time, you did give it to the goblin.
Yeah, what were you thinking?
Idiot.
I don't know what I was thinking. I must be an idiot.
I see why they pay you less than Eddie.
Look, whilst you got us, you wanted to ask us some questions. We figured out what we're doing with the demon. What else did you want us for?
We have an array of questions. Could you come back in the morning?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
But you got us now!
We haven't got you. You're not under arrest. We will need to summon all of
What
the...
do you need to arrest us?
No, we don't need to
This
arrest you.
No, they don't need to arrest us. It's just, I'm sorry, I get a little bit antsy in council buildings. That's fine. We can hold out until tomorrow.
Let's summon the rest of the council back. It'd be better if we speak in the morning. I'm sorry, we could do it now, but I'm afraid you'll just have to answer the same questions again to the others.
No, it's fine. I'll wait.
I'm feeling a bit woozy, actually. So if we could sit down, I would appreciate it.
And I'll look at Hugh and then pointedly look at Julius. You're not the only one.
Julius is just smiling. He's trying to hide the bottle of wine that he stole from Gob, but then he keeps drinking out of it, so it's not settled in the slightest.
I do have one question for you, and he'll look in your direction, Flopsy. Have any of you heard the name Gatter's Cross?
It's a fairly famous name, given the history of Faerûn right now.
It is a very pertinent name. You haven't seen him. You haven't spoken to him.
We haven't seen him.
Or spoken to him.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Sort of more of a one-way thing.
Is he not like a dead person?
Julius, I think you should sit down.
I am. No, I'm not. I'm stood up.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to sit down, but I'm just going to aim it a bit badly and fall sideways off of the seat.
We have reasons to believe that he is not dead.
He's a zombie.
No.
No.
There are so many other ways of not being dead, Hugh. What makes you think that?
We've heard of sightings. There has been...
Sightings?
Yes.
Just like him showing up.
Yes.
Oh, fuck. That was a joke.
He has been seen in the city. But we cannot corroborate anyone's story yet. We wondered if you had seen him in Neverwinter.
I don't know what he looks like.
To be fair, Lugus, yeah, you wouldn't. The rest of you would have this vague idea of what he looks like. It could, because it was a very historic event that happened. It is detailed in books and stuff. So it's up to you of how learned you are. But you would all know that if you.
I would know. I would know what he looks like. Yeah. Whereabouts are the sightings coming from?
He was sighted in many of many of the alleyways in the upper district, but he was also sighted in the southern district. These sightings were from individuals of a lower descent, sort of street folk, so their information probably isn't as valid, but when multiples come forth on the same day and mention that they have spotted a figure resembling Gatter's cross, we have to take it seriously. Maybe you can try and speak with them.
Sure,
Would I know
point us
this
in a direction.
individual? Have seen them before?
You mean Gatter's cross? You definitely wouldn't have seen him, but whether you know of him is really up to you, up to your character.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll say he doesn't know.
Yeah.
Who should we start to ask? Like, you said just street folk. Should we just go asking around the street?
He'll look in your direction, Gob, and he'll sort of... I don't mean this to be rude, but you have been sighted in the sewers, have you not, Gob? Yes, we know your name.
I don't know what you mean. Never seen sewers in my life.
Don't worry, I will not ask too many questions why you are down there and why I have sent men who have never returned. However,
Don't know what you mean.
these figures, these individuals that came forward with this information, you may know of them. And he'll sort of describe the figures that above each sort of sewer entrance or near the sewers, there is this congregation of homeless folk, sort of within the alleys and within the entrances to the sewers. There are quite a lot of congregations of folks with no home, unfortunately. And Gob, you will know these people as you not know them maybe by name, but know of them as a group.
Is he describing these people? Is he? Or?
Yeah, he would sort of describe the individuals and sort of the groups that they come from. There's sort of, it's not almost factions of homeless people, but they all congregate and they all stay in their own kind of family to keep each other safe.
Maybe I've seen one or two of people like that. Maybe.
Well, then you will know where to find them.
Yeah.
You'll see Effraim. He will look over and sightings of Gatter's cross. It is not possible. But I may have more information on the subject that I will share with these four, and they can relay the information to you.
5.
Oh yes, that goblin's with you, isn't he? Yes, my bad. I suggest we all find somewhere quieter and more peaceful.
Flopsy's gonna head towards Julius as sort of like people are turning to leave.
Oh.
No.
It's your turn to speak.
And she's gonna just like wordlessly just like offer him an arm and a hand to kind of help steady him as he walks back to the tavern.
I'm fine. I can walk really straight. Look, watch. I'll do it.
Yeah.
That was specifically left and right.
As a self-induced drunken person, feel free to roll dexterity saving throws at any point.
Go on,
Full ornaments.
Let's see if
No, screw that. Roll an acrobatics check or something. Come on, you're a bard.
At disadvantage.
Let's do a dex save. Oh god.
Oh,
Yeah, describe.
Jesus Christ.
Describe to me how you sort of you get the sense, Julius, that Flopsy is testing you sort of an impromptu sobriety test, and you feel like you need to perform to prove that you are not drunk by any means.
Yes.
And what do you do?
I'm totally fine. I can walk in a straight line, and then I'm gonna do like a series of, like when, like when you watch the Olympics and the gymnasts are doing like floor gymnastics. It's just like go, and I'm gonna like roll and tumble a little bit and stand up at the end. I go like, ha!
Yeah. So as you make your way out into the big council building, you remember it as a long, great hall with this parting sea of mages and wizards, and they're all essentially your audience as you do a double barrel flip to a culmination turn and a triple headstand backflip at the end, and then stand.
And then the big pounce off of a crate or something, when they do the like, what's it called?
That's it. And you see the wizards sort of raise their hands, and you almost levitate in the air, just doing sort of triple backflips, triple front flips. They flip you over, and you land with poise, and everybody just starts to applaud.
What I would love is that after doing all of that, she then walks away and falls over.
Or another.
Yes, first roll for every step.
You had your chance.
Cool. But yeah, don't let me...
Just keep rolling until you fail, Kate. Come on.
Don't let me guide you
flat
back
in your
to
face.
Don't let me guide you back to the tavern, guys. If there is anything that you would like to do here or anywhere else you'd like to go, please do so.
What?
I will climb Hugh's shoulder. Climb up to Hugh's shoulder. And I'm like, oh, buddy. Sorry, I ran out of healing quite quickly. I got eaten. The fuck, dude?
Yes, I know. I'll be fine. And I'll hand you back your book of your spell book. I can't remember what it's called.
Oh, lovely. My book of shadows. Okay, I'll send that back to whatever plane I grabbed that from. I'll make that disappear. Like, oh, lovely. I hope that gets rid of the goo. My ritual spells are going to be all wet now.
That's it. The book just goes back to its realm of whence it came.
Yeah. Let's... I don't... We've got too many options. Should we have a vote? Or what are we doing?
I would like to go back to the tavern, if that's all right. I think we've had a long day.
It is.
Did we have
that? It is very late now. As you entered the council building, it was evening time, so it is late. It is later to the night now.
Okay.
Did we have? Were there rooms at the tavern? I think this was just a bar, wasn't it?
Oh, they were expensive, but
there were rooms, but not for just any Tom, Dick, and Harry to walk off at the street.
Right.
Okay.
We're not any Tom, Dick, or Harry.
We're wanted.
You can always stay at my place if you wanted.
No.
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 You'd have to roll pretty high in persuasion.
A big house.
Is it in the sewers by any chance?
Yeah, but brush over that. It doesn't matter. It's big and comfy.
Why don't we just see? Why don't we just see if they'll give us a room just before that?
Yeah, I think we should perhaps just go to the tavern and
it's a mansion underground.
Have something that perhaps doesn't stink of shit.
God, have you ever slept in a bed before?
Yeah,
like an actual bed, not in the sewers.
My bed in the sewers.
But that's in the sewers.
Well, it's kind of like adjacent to the sewers.
Oh, all right.
Sure, Jason.
Sewer adjacent.
Sewers adjacent. That's when they like.
That's an
people,
Airbnb
like,
right there.
It's a cozy house. You know, it's like a small house. It's
Yeah.
sewers adjacent. Sewer adjacent.
As you guys,
It's a functional kitchen. It's sewers adjacent.
as you guys exit the council building,
Great plumbing.
you'll see Effraim is sort of walking with you all now, and you can see the tavern in front of you, but right next to the tavern is Gob. You will know it as one of the entrances to the sewers. So
Oh, is
they're
that?
both right there. Make your choice.
Sure. Sure.
I mean-
yeah.
Flopsy
On-
is not
Do you-
into the sewers.
How much do you want to bet my house is big and awesome and comfy?
I mean, then it might. I don't want to side with the goblin, but then it might be a positive. There is a less likely chance Alex's maybe horrible demon parents are going to be there.
I mean, looking at the tavern entrance, are they there?
Make a perception check. As I'm going to say, you stood out in sort of the town. Oh yeah, you can make your way close enough to the tavern.
Peer through the window. 10.
Ah,
No, you don't see anyone in there, but you don't really have a good vantage point. You can't see too much of the tavern. There's only small little windows.
I mean, I can't see them.
What's the vibe in the tavern like?
yeah.
Vibe check, please.
Well, yeah, you're not too sure. There's no sort of song or merriment or anything like that, but just from outside, you can see there are a couple of figures in there. It's not busy by any means, but
Why do all these taverns suck?
Or it would be known for posh prats rather than fun people.
They drink like this.
Indeed.
I've seen
think
Vince
they
do that before, actually. Sometimes she doesn't even realise she's doing it.
I come from a very shit background, okay? But
Don't mince your words.
well, I mean, there isn't much mincing. I come from a place. I'm definitely not going to shout that one out.
Your
See-
parents
come-
sound lovely.
My parents are lovely. They were good people. Are good people.
Do they drink like this as well? Is that where you got it from?
No, they didn't drink like that. No, when I last saw them, they drank like, you know, normal people.
Let's just. Does anyone remember how expensive the rooms were?
Exorbitant.
I don't think anyone asked. I don't think so.
I mean,
We definitely did, but
Did you?
you just pulled a number out of your ass and then
That
It was
sounds
also,
like
I think-
me. That does sound like
I-
me.
Also
I don't think
not
they
convinced
had
it was-
toilets.
They didn't have toilets. But also, I'm pretty sure the person we were speaking to at that point was not the actual tavern
Yeah,
keeper.
tavern keeper.
It was
That's true.
like
she
a
just
crazy
Thank you for
person.
defending me, Kate. Thank you. I needed it.
It's just because
Lugus.
I do actually remember how much you said the rooms were, and I'm not going to repeat it.
Oh,
Lugus.
aye.
And you, Lugus, you get you start hearing a whisper in your mind.
Come to the sewers.
And if you look around, you'll just see Gob just kind of like in your direction.
What is the
As I cast a
goblin learn?
message.
You can't. Oh God! I'll just like. He's learning.
What does the
Okay, so-
entrance to the sewer look like?
Yes, I've got booze, loads, and it's free.
Okay. Yes.
I am not going
Sounds
into the
great.
sewers.
So the entrance to the sewers.
Wait, can I just insight check God, please?
Oh, what on the alcohol? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Deception or persuasion, your choice. Gob.
I will roll privately to you.
No worries.
Fucking lying, isn't he? He's drunk it all.
Criminal.
You're the DM. You know how that works, Jack. What would Julius glean from you?
You don't get a sense that he's trying to deceive you in any way. If anything, he seems kind of more excited to show his new friends where he lives.
Aww.
Oh, so sad. So cute.
So to answer your question, Darren, the sewer entrance, this one in particular, is just essentially a large storm drain. And as you look down, it isn't like filled with filth or anything like that. It actually does look like a very well upkept sewer system, and it looks like it is just a network of tunnels as you sort of look left and right onto this large storm drain.
Or is it like a ledge and then a drop?
Yeah, so it's kind of, I'm going to say about 15 foot, sort of a 15-foot drop.
Yeah.
But there is a ladder that you can climb down from the storm drain.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Hugh's just kind of peering over the edge and kind of unsteadily just kind of wobbling at the top.
Lugus will summon his mage hand, sit on it, raise himself 5 feet in the air and hold his nose.
I don't want to go into the sewers. I lived for an entire near lifetime in a shit tip. I want to live in a nice place whilst we're in a nice place. I don't want to go into the sewers.
It is nice.
You never know. It could be very nice down there.
No, it won't be nice.
It will.
He's kind of scaring me though. You're aware.
Why don't we just go and just see what Gob's house is like?
Because let's face it, if we go down there, it's late already. We won't come back out until the morning, and I'm tired, and I want a feather bed with sheets that doesn't stink of poo.
How about Julius and Hugh can go with Gob, confirm whether or not he's actually got this really nice pad down there. We can stay up here, quiz Effraim with what he wants to. We don't know his name's Effraim. Quiz that old fella you've been talking to. Do we?
Yeah, we do. He did say, yeah.
No stone.
Yeah.
Right.
Are you suggesting splitting the party?
Aye.
Sounds brilliant. Nothing bad will happen.
Yeah, so we can switch
Let's
between
do that.
two images.
I mean, I'm just saying I would prefer to speak with you four plus the goblin. I mean, I don't need to speak with the goblin specifically.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Stole is just stood next to us, right?
Are you
You know that
you
is
thinking of going
very.
into the sewers?
You know,
No,
Well,
I'm
Goblin
not
made a
going
good
to the
point.
sewers.
it's very racist to refer to him as the goblin.
Yeah, I'm the person.
Yes.
So,
You are a humanoid.
So what I'll do is Effraim will pull out a large tome, and he will look up into the sky, and he will speak. Hi, hush, and he'll sort of move his hand up, and he will cast Time Stop. You will all be completely encased in sort of this. Time will completely stop. And as it breaks, it then sort of everything just and it is, you then hear Effraim say, "You're going into the sewers. I would prefer to speak with all 5 of you, especially my good friend Gob."
Yeah. Wizard buddies.
I'm just saying that it would be nicer to have that conversation in a warm tavern with
It's
food.
warm. It's got food.
It's warm from all the shit that's down there. It's lovely.
Effraim, you can come too.
Thanks. I would love to, my new friend.
I mean,
I'm not racist.
That's a weird
Thank
thing
If
to
you have
say,
to
but
say you're
okay.
not, you probably are, but never mind.
I'm just saying.
Thank you for clarifying that.
I mean,
It's fine. I
What?
get it. You don't trust me. It's fine.
What's stopping us from just having this
No,
conversation?
don't do that. I've seen that before. Don't you even try to emotionally manipulate us.
Why don't we just like get a booth and have this conversation and then decide?
Yeah,
whether or
can
not
we
we'll
just
go
at
for
least
the-
go in and get a drink and some food and maybe have a chat whilst we're in the tavern? And then, because it's right there and I'm hungry and I'm tired. I just want to sit down.
Yeah, plus you got a demon in your back pocket.
Don't even remind me of that.
I mean, what we
Bloody-
could do
What?
is sort of pre-drinks in the tavern and then finish the night
And then-
at Gob's house.
downstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Party,
One
bitches.
in the basement.
Sick. Let's do it.
Underground rave.
Has anyone got those? I've got like a light thing, and maybe we could like flash it.
Oh, somebody's got to have dancing lights.
I'll give
I've just got
you
plain
dancing lights if you
old
don't.
light. No, I've just got
it
normal light. Has anyone got dancing lights?
Ephraim,
is one of the.
Ephraim just
it
has this
is one
box
of the
of
20
fireworks that he can just set if
Yeah.
you want.
Good lord.
Okay, let's go. Have a super serious conversation. Go get pissed off in the
Yes.
sewers afterwards.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's just like nearly in tears.
It's okay. It's okay. Gob, I'm gonna like grab Gob in, and, like pull him in close to me, give him a little bit of a pat, and not pickpocket him again. And then I'm gonna grab Mitz in the other arm and pull her in as well.
Have you put trousers back on yet?
I was going to say,
It's true.
Yeah, Gob, you've just now realised your trousers are missing.
just been waddling around.
Where's my trousers gone? Who stole my trousers?
I haven't noticed them.
He was-
Well, as you all enter the tavern, Ephraim will just sort of say, "I've got this round. Remember, pace yourselves. We're going all night." And there's a booth at the back, sort of just in a private area that Juliet and Julius were there sort of earlier on during the day, and it is just sort of this private cordon off area that you could all get to. Yes, player Adam, you have your hand up.
Thank you. Now that we're inside the tavern, do we see Alex's parents from a better point of view?
You do not.
Okay.
Yes, you're.
Right.
So the only people that are in here at the moment are sort of two figures that, by everybody that you saw in the council, you can probably gauge that they are wizards, or some sort of mage or sorcerer. They are of the arcane nature, and then the bar lady behind the bar, who will greet you all once again, and that's where we'll go and take a little bit of a break.
All right.
We'll be back in just a moment. Bye 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 bye. Welcome back, my beautiful faced heroes. You are in the Watery Pint, and you have found yourselves a small booth in the corner of the tavern, and you are joined by Effraim Stole, a strange figure that you have all seen within the Harmony airship and has, I was going to say, exposed himself to you. He has introduced himself to you. But yes, he's sort of come back from the bar with a round of ales, sort of 2 tankards of ale each. It's essentially just like a probably about 12 or 15 tankards of ale, and you expected that you just grab what you want and then grab another. Food will be arriving shortly.
Lugus will begin slowly sipping a full-sized glass. Sort of just hugging onto the side of it and lapping.
It's gonna take me.
He will
years
follow
to get
suit,
through
do
that.
the exact same.
He only needs one. It's like a man drinking a barrel.
I won't be drinking mine, but I will be occasionally like eyeing up how much drink Julius is consuming.
Oh, Gob is every now and again just going in and pouring something stronger in whatever he's drinking.
Something in a brown paper bag, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Any conversation?
I thought you were gonna say something. Wizard man.
Oh, yeah, Effraim. You
Yes. Hello.
Hey,
Welcome. Hi.
thank you.
My name is Effraim Stole. I am a wizard.
My name is Lugus. I am a warlock.
Ah, yes.
You realise that we've already had you introduce yourself.
Yeah, I just thought I would do it in a kind of a. I don't know. This is strange. We live in a strange time at the moment, and we don't have a lot of time left. As you've all probably gathered by now that the gods have started to awaken from their mortal forms, yes?
Mm.
You saw it.
I tackled one of them.
We are surprisingly aware of that fact.
Yes. I have been, and please don't look into this with too much disdain, but I have been watching you all for a little bit of time now. I am aware of what happened in Neverwinter. You are all heroes in your own rights. What you did there, the people that you saved, you made the best of a bad situation. I applaud you for this. But now is not really the time for celebration, you see. The gods are reclaiming their memories and portions of their divine power back. Why is it happening now is still kind of troubling me, but I get the sense, well, I know that this is work the man that was responsible for the cataclysm, Gattus Cross.
But how is he doing it? I mean, even if... Right, we know, we kind of get the impression that he's definitely not dead. But he's stuck in the upper planes, if that's the case. How is he controlling anything down here?
Let me tell you a little bit of something about myself. And then maybe you will understand Gattus. Like I said before, my name is Effraim Stole. I am 56 years old, and my primary field of study is Arcana. Specifically, Arcana about time, and how time affects our world and other planes of existence our world is bound to. I don't come from this time. I come from a time before the cataclysm, when our world was a simpler version than it is now. Myself and my peers would study the weave and attempt to unlock its secrets and powers for the world to utilize. But we were quiet witnesses to other powers that intervened. You see, the weave was able to construct cities and sort of whole populations as the world really embraced the magic that was bestowed upon us by the weave itself. But then the divine powers started to be uncovered, started to surface. People of the cloth started to devote their lives to divine figures, to gods. Some lesser-known individuals or shady people would share a pact or sell their soul to a demon or a devil in return for power. The divine powers offered the world magic that would work in harmony with the magic gathered from the weave. It was almost a perfect balance of harmony and peace, the weave and the divine. Later on in my life, I became the leader of a group called the Gritzen. These are a group of individuals that knew that power from the divine must be studied, used, and regulated for its intended purpose, which is to bring life to our world and be the conduit for the divine beings above, to spread their words and their messages. As these divine beings could not affect our world in first hand, they would affect it through their believers. One individual of this group, my protege as it were, was Gattus Cross. He was the most intelligent individual I have ever had the pleasure to work with, but he had been scorned by the divine powers. Even though all of his studies and advancements in our field was fruitful, the divine powers never came to him. He had mastered the magic of the weave, and he had harnessed the weave itself, but the divine powers he saw as much stronger, more untapped, unresearched power that he thought could be more powerful than the weave itself. The gods saw something in him. They were scared of him, and I believed that they were right to be. Later, the discovery of the first pieces of argon by the dwarfs deep below our land. Gattus Cross was entrusted with uncovering its secrets and harnessed it the same way he would the divine. Understand and to regulate. The argon core was soon invented. In the end, 3 argon cores were created. Their power was so great and more powerful than the weave or the divine was capable of. Its power was limitless. But this power over time corrupted him and turned him against us, which set in motion the plan that would cause the cataclysm. Divine beings consists of primes and betrayers, and he sort of says this looking in sort of your general direction, Hugh, as he kind of is almost explaining it to you. 2 conflicting forces that wanted to achieve different things with our lands, but they agreed on one common thing, that Argon needed to be destroyed. It threatened their seats of power. The gods did not understand Argon like Gattus did, but they were unable to intervene until Gattus came up with a plan to destroy the divine gate. And he'll turn to you, Flopsy. You've seen this gate, Flopsy. You've seen it up there. The lattice work. Go on.
Yeah, the netting that seems to be like high up in the sky, in the ethereal plane.
Yes, very much intact. But it wasn't for a time. This lattice protects our 2 realms from colliding. It stops the divine coming to the material, and for us to reach the divine realms. It was a unwritten and unspoken agreement we had with the gods themselves. Gattus Cross purposely destroyed one of the 3 cores. The secondary core that was held below Baldur's Gates. Gattus named it Hazel. The 3 cores that were created had different attributes to them. Hazel the Argon Core, was responsible for creating life where there was none. You all likely heard the story of the 4 heroes of Faerûn that attempted to thwart Gattus's plan 5,000 years ago. They managed to stop the total annihilation of Faerûn, but the Divine Gate was destroyed in the process. For thousands of years the gods waged war on our land, and we fought Gattus Cross, along with the 4 adventurers who had been slain that day. It's taken me nearly 4 millennia to figure it all out. Gattus sacrificed his mortal body and ascended to the divine realm while it was vacant, and then sealing it off entirely. Somehow, he is now awakening all the gods that have been trapped here in our world, and he must be stopped at all costs. And this is where you 4 come in. Just like our 4 heroes, or the 5, this is where the 5 of you come in. Sorry, God.
Did I go invisible again? Flopsy, did you
I
make
mean,
me
you didn't
invisible
actually
again?
specify. You didn't actually specify that he was the one you weren't referring to.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
could have been talking about me.
Could have been.
Well,
Rude.
Lugus, you actually are somewhat of an exception to the rule.
I was sort of, I was sort of thinking about it. I was there fairly recently, as within the last century. I'm very surprised how I wasn't aware of any of this. That's
Lugus,
my main issue.
you were specifically
Yes.
chosen by Tyr. I've been aware of you for a long time. Tyr sent you to this time and this plane of existence. There is a reason you were not aware of the cataclysm or the invention of Argon. That is simply because it hasn't happened for you yet. The destruction of Hazel, the Argon Core, affected your plane just as much as it did ours. It's beyond my sight why you were specifically chosen. But know that you, Lugus, you have a very large role to play in all of this.
Are you telling me I'm in the future?
I am. Lugus, where you come from is a beautiful place. And I am saddened to tell you that that place no longer exists.
No. My brothers? Are they alright? Even Janus? Magnus? Atticus?
I don't know what else to tell you, Lugus, but
No.
it is a different place. But if you ever wanted to return there to see for yourself, I could aid you with that.
Yeah, I'd like that.
I'm sorry, Lugus, to be the bearer of this news, but you need to understand that Tyr has done what he has done for a reason.
Yeah. I'd have loved some sort of forewarning. But I suppose it's sort of in character to sort of not explain shit and then send me on life-threatening quests. So I wouldn't expect it. Thank you, at least for telling me.
We haven't seen Tyr for some time.
So did he?
Excuse you.
So wait, did he actually descend with the other gods? And then that's why is Tyr stuck in some mortal form somewhere?
We are unsure. We were aware of most of the gods that took on a mortal form. Tyr we had no sight of whatsoever.
I'll add that on our mile-long list of shit to do. I'm going to float over here and process for a bit, if you don't mind. I'll be listening.
I will come and find you in a second, Lugus. I understand. And I apologize to all of you, but this is a lot to take in. But
Lugus is just here in your head.
Time squirrel.
God, make a strength save.
telekinetic showdown.
Strength saving throw?
Sure.
You're rolling that privately, Jack.
Oh, it's a 10.
You fail. You were suddenly launched 5 feet backwards into someone on a stool.
And this wizard just sort of, oh, what are you doing? Like that. It does quite hurt. And yeah, Lugus, I assume you were trying to shove him sort of as hard as possible, right?
Yeah. Not now, Gob. Just... We could laugh at Time Squirrel tomorrow. I think my family's just died.
Sorry.
Oh. Effraim will continue. Just like our 4 heroes 5,000 years ago, you 4 and
5.
and Gob,
You guys are a fucking bar and bullshit.
you 4 are destined to
You 4 and Gob has got to be the group name.
Please, when this episode airs on YouTube, it has to have that as a title.
Okay. Done.
4 heroes and Gob.
I'm trying to be super serious right now. Stop making me laugh.
Lugus's family's just died. Come on.
Sorry.
The 4 of
Show
you,
some respect.
the 5 of you, you are all destined to decide the fate of Faerûn. You were not chosen at random. You were selected by a power outside of my intelligence. So I do know that each one of you, especially you, Gob, has a role to play in all
I'm not
of
there, I'm at
this.
the bar.
Especially the
I've
goblin.
gone.
Effraim has in his hand this small little handkerchief, and it's sort of been folded over twice. And he puts it on the table, and he unfolds it, and he unfolds it again. And in it is a very small glass shard. And Flopsy, you feel it instantly that this is the same sense that you were getting when you consumed the last globe of argon. And he will sort of push it in your direction. This here is a shard of the core that was destroyed. Hazel. This core was responsible for life. This was responsible for bringing life to our world, and it was destroyed by Gattus Cross. This is the last remaining piece, and I feel it is fitting for you to take it and do what you will with it.
By take it, do you mean eat it?
I cannot sway your decisions one way or another. It is up to you to make the decisions that you will make. I am here to present to you information. I am here to present to you information. But do not let me bias you in any way, shape, or form. He will reach into a small pouch on his waist. And he dips his hand deep into it. And he pulls out a large, long sword. And it has like this almost ornate hilt. And the hilt itself is sort of encased in these vines, but they're inlaid into the brasswork itself. And the blade has this arcane green hueish sheen to it. And he'll push it towards you, Hugh.
He'll take a kind of stand up and step back in shock. He's like, I've seen that before.
Where have you seen this?
It was in a vision. It was in a vision that I had in Neverwinter in the games.
This sword belongs to Baldur. This was his weapon of choice. I feel it will be useful to you now.
Where did you get it? How do you have it?
I have procured many things over my time. I have been entrusted with certain artifacts. I have been the bearer of divine vestiges. I feel as though this one is most befitting of you. I feel as though Baldur, if he were here, would want you to take it.
And can I reach out and pick it up and give it a kind of a heft this around of it?
Very much so, and you feel that it is balanced perfectly. It has a large, great weight to it, and you feel like you don't fully, truly understand the arcane sort of essence within it, but you get the sense that it is holding within it great power. And if you attune to it over a short rest, you can too find out what that does. And he will say to you, this is the Soulfire Blade.
Soulfire Blade.
And that, above the table, Darren, after this, I'll add it to your inventory so you can have a little look.
Nice. So, I mean, I don't want to pry, but I don't feel like this is the kind of thing that Baldur would just give up.
Right now, Baldur is somewhere out there, in mortal form, waiting for somebody to reawaken him so he can aid us. That goes for a lot of the primes. We cannot do this without them.
Well, then I'll take this sword for now, if only to reunite it with its rightful owner.
And this is why you are most befitting of this blade, because of those actions. Baldur would be proud, Hugh. Julius.
Yeah.
I'm afraid I do not have a sword for you. But I do have this coin.
Oh,
He'll flick you just a silver piece. Just a very simple silver piece. Nothing strange about it other than it's a very, very old coin. Way before your time.
look at it. Look at it harder. And then I'll try to do one of those across the knuckles.
Yeah. I used to be able to do that. Like, as a teenager, I can't do it anymore. Like, my fingers have just gone, I don't know, old. I used to be able to do that so much.
Arthritis to you, mate.
Yeah, right. I was so sad when I figured out I just couldn't do it anymore.
Oh man, I've never been able to do it. But in my head, Julius.
To be fair, it wasn't I used to do it with a poker chip, which are a lot heavier and larger, but...
No.
Thanks.
You will find that this is useful. At some point.
Money's always useful.
Don't spend it.
Right.
Please do not spend it. Flopsy, please don't let Julius spend that.
So she like when he says her name, she'll just like she's been staring at the argon piece the entire time, and she'll just kind of flip her head up and I'll try my best, but he is a stubborn idiot.
Is that right here?
Well, at least I'm saying it in front of your face and not behind your back.
Is that better? I feel like that's worse.
Where is Gob?
Gob is waiting for any opportunity for the barkeep to be distracted by another patron of the tavern.
She is fully distracted because there are not a lot of
and
patrons here.
So he'll just be up on a bar stool, kind of lean over the bar, and when the barkeep looks distracted, he's gonna kind of like move his hands in a certain way and speak in an enchantment in Goblin, and he will conjure a mage hand and send it to the back of the bar and grab the nicest looking bottle of whatever he can get.
This power is new to you, Gob. I'm going to need you to roll a sleight of hand check, because this is the first time you've cast a mage hand. How dexterous are you? This is the first time you've done anything with the arcane.
Yes. I cast
Well, the
cast
first time
counterspell at one time.
Purposely done anything with the arcane.
Am I adding my spellcast modifier?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. That's fine. Oh, what's happening?
I think you keep rolling
No,
private, Jack.
No.
Yeah, I was trying to undo that.
Hello.
Uh-oh.
An 8 is. What does your mage hand look like? You can make it look like however you like.
It just looks like his own hand as far as he's concerned. That's all he knows how to do.
As this telekinetic goblin hand takes the bottle, you can see it just feels foreign. You don't quite have the grasp on this this almost terror as much as it's not a concentration spell for you. It kind of is at the moment. This first time you're ever casting it, and you almost lose concentration, but you're able to bring the bottle over. And it just clinks down. It just falls into your lap, and you just manage to sort of catch it before it breaks.
And I'll quickly dive off of the table and run back over to from the bar and run back over to the others. And I got a round in.
And to you, Effraim will push towards you this brown leatherback tome, and he will push it towards you.
Oh.
Gob,
I can't read.
Thankfully, Gob, you don't need to.
Picture book.
Magic is all
Pop-up
about
book.
the pictures.
Does it pop up?
It doesn't pop up, sadly.
We'll
Within
scare
this
him too
book
much if it does.
are certain spells that I am willing to show you. These spells will come in very useful to you, and they are easy to learn. You just need to follow the pictures. I've very much shown you how your hands need to move, the words you need to say, but I've spelt them phonetically, so you are able to just read
Okay.
them as you see them.
Oh, thank you so much.
And he'll stuff his hand down his trousers and pull the wizard hat back out that he'd stolen from the guy before.
Elgondo's hat. Yeah.
It's kind of like squeeze it on his head. Oh, and then just start flicking up through the pages of the book. Oh,
It is worth mentioning.
Thank you,
that
wizard.
Elgondo is in this tavern, but he is wearing the same hat. And he is just asleep in a chair. So there is an Elgondo, and you can see an identical hat on this figure over there. Do any of you have any questions?
I have a question.
I was sure somebody would.
Where are the 4 heroes?
I do not know. There is a high chance that they also ascended to the divine realm.
My God, an ascended
Oh my
Zorbal and
God.
an ascended
Oh
Bibble.
God.
There is a high probability.
But weren't 2 of them kind of twats?
And the other one, a cannibal chef.
I had the unique experience to meet them. They may have had their different alignments than what we are used to, but know that they were of purest heart. Somewhat.
He was turning
Deep
over a new
down.
leaf. He was turning over a new leaf.
Yeah. Multiple times, several in quick
Yeah,
succession.
he flipped over the leaf at the end and he went back.
You're probably the best person to like perhaps know anything about it, but and she's gonna sort of like look at the argon that he's placed in front of her and then sort of look around the room, look at Julius because of obviously the massive go that he had at her just earlier that day, and she's just gonna lower her voice. Well, why can I do the impossible?
Because you are the only known being that has ever consumed argon within them.
But why? How?
I don't know. You are a marvel. You are something that has never been done before, and with any discovery like this, answers come with study. You mentioned that I would probably be the best person to ask, but I'm not. You need to speak to Gatter's Cross.
Oh, that. And how would I do that?
I don't know, and I hope you never do speak with him. If you ever do, though,
I haven't.
do not trust a word that man says. He is evil beyond anything imaginable.
The only man that can give me answers is a man that I cannot trust.
I have seen many disasters in my time. I have helped avert some, I've guided adventurers on others. What we're facing here is the biggest one that will ever happen. We are potentially facing a cataclysm that ends everything. Faerûn is teetering on the edge of a sword. If it goes one way or another, we fail. And everything we know, anyone that has ever loved or anything like that, will be lost to time. Even time itself will be broken. We will see a cataclysm if we do nothing. Gatter's Cross will be the biggest fear that this world has ever faced. And I'm asking that you 5 help me stop it. Stop him.
How are we supposed to do that? Yeah.
Stole, I have to ask, how are we to trust you? Why should we trust you?
I don't think I have an answer to that, Hugh. I really don't think I've got an answer to that. If you can think of a way that would... Yeah, what... Sorry, it's got really intense in here. What's this?
I've got the music turned off.
Techno rave!
Who's playing Cyberpunk?
I'm going to leave it on. I quite like it, actually.
Keep it.
It's bringing the vibe up for me. If there's anything I can do, Hugh, then please let me know. But just know that I am... This is what I do.
Yeah. Get those dancing lights
Hugh,
so quick.
As Hugh says that, asks that question, Gob will kind of leap up on a table and kind of crawl on all fours over to Effraim and just start like sniffing him and like super inspecting him. Gob is just double check. He's got the ability, well, not the ability, but he's, because of his background, he's got the ability to identify or easily track or know fiends or undead or things like that. Does he get a sense of that from Effraim?
Most certainly not. Definitely not fiend, undead, fae, anything of that nature.
I think I got the idea that he's celestial.
He's clean.
Okay, so I also have a question about the Gretson, because they're still around and
Yes.
they're kind of horrible now.
They have changed. They are not the group I once led. They are up to something. But I have not.
They're trying to recreate Gattis's weapon.
You are more observant than I give you credit for. Yes. You know as much as I do on this subject.
Well, I'm presuming we shouldn't let him?
I cannot bias you in any one way or another. Please understand that, like Lugus, this is not my time either. And I must be careful on what threads I pull.
Time travel kind of sounds like it sucks.
No, very much the opposite, and I actually almost find that offending. If I said to you what was the greatest magic in all of Faerûn, what would your answer be?
I saw this kid, right? He had a coin, and he was able to teleport the coin to the other hand.
No, that's
It was incredible.
No, that's telepathy. Does
It's
anyone know what the greatest power, the greatest source of magic is in Faerûn?
Blood magic.
No, it's fucking
Obviously.
chronomancy.
No.
Chronomancy is the greatest powerful
I've
of all.
personally not really heard of chronomancy, so it can't really be that impressive.
It's Hemocraft.
I've heard of evocation. I've heard of what's the one that's like stops things? Abjuration? Like I've heard of that one.
That's more
But
protective.
I mean, you're kind of talking to the wrong crowd of people, to be honest. I mean, Lugus might have a little bit more of an idea, but
Yes, maybe I should speak with him. Maybe he won't take the mick out of my craft that I've been studying for millennia.
well, you just said you're only 56 years old. You can't have been studying it for millennia.
Chronomancy.
That feels like
That's
that
your
response that the Doctor Who gives, timey-wimey.
Literally, timey-wimey. Yeah.
Wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey.
Lugus, what's going through your thoughts at the moment?
He's just brooding, floating up in a corner. And he's just, I don't know, having himself a little sob.
You'll hear a voice in your mind come to you. It's the voice of the key. Hello, Lugus. Are you okay?
Oh, no, Mr. Key,
Mr. Key.
I'm not.
I really do like that name. That's quite swell, actually, Mr. Key.
I thought it was just, it was polite.
Do you wish to tell me what's troubling you?
I will, Mr. Key. I've just received some less than stellar news. I'm apparently quite a bit older than I thought I was, or at least
You
when
don't look it.
seeing. Oh, thank you. But the worst news is, I think it's a high likelihood my brothers may I might not see him again.
Maybe that old man was lying to you. Or he did say he was a chronomancy wizard. Maybe he can send you back.
Didn't think of that, Mr. Key. Well, I might give him a ask to see if I can visit, but he also mentioned that here sort of sent me to the here and now to sort of remedy this whole, I think I heard, existence potentially destroying event. So hearing that I'm currently in a time frame and will probably remain here for the foreseeable future until this event is passed, and that I won't have access to anything from back home that isn't just via some old guy. Just
Now, I'm just
It's
the
a bit
key,
morbid.
but I do know about Idrisil.
you know surprisingly a lot for someone who claims not, Mr. Key. What do you know about Yggdrasil? Have you ever been? Very nice.
know
At least it was.
I know of a few locations where you would be able to find the roots of Idrisil.
I mean, that is very useful, Mr. Key, for, yes, if not going home, if it'd probably be useful for getting access to Gatus. So, what about are these routes?
They're not too far. Not at all.
Was there some in the city?
Yes. The last time I saw them, they were in the city.
Yeah, but like, haven't you been in that corner for like 100 years or something? Like so. Where in the city? And they are. That's probably the best point. If you say sewers, I will throw you.
Then I won't say sewers.
Thank you.
Maybe. Continue on as you are. And maybe I will just let you know when we are close to the route.
Yeah. Can we just play hotter and colder?
Yes, if you go towards the sewers, I will probably say you're getting fairly warm.
Oh, no.
But I'm not going to say they're in the sewers, obviously.
Thank you. Oh, for God's sake. I'm tired of people being vague.
Okay, they're in the sewers. The last time I saw an
fuck
Idrisil
you,
route was
Mr.
in the
T.
sewer. You just told me not to say.
Oh, Mr. T. Oh.
I do
Thank
know
you
of
for-
other locations if needs be. But I think what I'm trying to say, Lugus, is I don't want to guide you in any way, but I just see that you're down. And I think if you were to see your home, maybe you'll understand why Tyr did what he did and sent you here.
And who knows, maybe somehow my brothers have lived through whatever it is. They're quite tough. Alexis probably put his brain in a crystal or something. Primus is just flipping invincible.
Millions of
Maybe
people survived the cataclysm of Faerûn.
Yeah,
Most of them are just humanoids. Think what people from your plane of existence were capable of. You might be right.
Yeah, I just don't know. I'm feeling down. That's still fine. I was just worried about, lifespan and stuff, but they can work their way around that. I mean, they frequently holiday in places where time just doesn't happen. So, I thank you, Mr. Kiefer, for lifting my spirits.
I think everything will be okay.
You're always positive, and that is only occasionally worry-inducing. Especially with this music. It makes you sound very distrustful.
The music did come on at a time that I really didn't want it to, where I was trying to be very sincere. I promise I didn't.
Everything's gonna be fine, Lugus.
I didn't say it like. Look.
Come play with me, Lugus.
Come play with me.
Come play with me.
I like you, Lugus, and I'm here to help you.
Yeah. Thank you. I'll let everyone know, but we probably won't be risking an encounter with gases that soon. We did just nearly get our ass handed to us by one weaker demon. So, yeah, well, I'll let everyone know, and then we can make a decision together.
Maybe see what decision everyone else comes up with first.
Okay, yeah. Right.
The only thing I foresee is if you tell people that you're talking to a sentient key that's telling you to do things, they may think I'm telling you these things for nefarious reasons, which I really am not.
Yeah, that music. That is just. Can I try and insight its tone of voice again?
Yeah, sure,
please?
go
That
for it.
The most
Let me
suspicious
change the music for you.
I'm going to guidance myself because this is acting.
I'll do some mystical for you.
Oh, that's not good. 15, that's all right.
15.
Oh,
With a persuasion 17 or above, or deception, but yeah, you get the sense that, as much as you can tell from a gleam from a voice that is emanating in your mind from a sentient key, it is pretty believable.
you really haven't changed this to chipper trustful music.
No, I haven't. I'm not used to these new. They're in different like folders now. Tavern music. There you go. There you go.
Okay.
Do you believe me now?
It's like
All of a sudden, everything seems better.
Yeah, let me refamiliarise myself with the vibe. I was sad. No, I'm slightly less sad. Thank you. All right, Mr. Key. I'm gonna put you away now before people think I've gone mad.
Cool. And the rest of you will hear this bell ring, just dong dong dong, and you hear the barman say "last orders," and then you're out.
Straight to the bar.
As this bell rings,
Flopsy's going to look after Julius as he runs away.
As this bell rings, Gob has been kind of flicking through this tome and just kind of like practicing the hand movements and stuff. And then suddenly from across the bar, this kind of out of thin air above the table, above a bunch of people, it comes this massive pool of grease that just lands on top of all of them.
Grease.
Grease.
Oh, shit. Uh-oh.
So who were you landing?
Sorry!
Who were you landing this on?
Is this like a 10
Just a
radius?
random
Table.
table on the bar.
So what you
It's
see,
by accident. He doesn't do it on purpose.
what you see is a womble of wizards stand up, and they all come over to your direction, and you see exactly the same thing that was happening before in the council building. Their eyes will light up this bright orange as you all now feel this almost static effect all around you as these wizards are attempting to cast something on you all.
Oh, shit. Counter spell.
Roll d20.
Counter. Ah!
Come on, twice in a row, baby.
If this works, I don't know what I'll do.
I know.
Oh, imagine.
Ah.
That's a shame. No, the counter spell does not go off, but they will say, leave.
It was an accident. I'm practicing.
Leave.
Fold up the tome, shove it down my trousers.
And they will just usher you all out of your chairs. Leave this tavern now.
Well, we didn't do anything, and we're still talking.
Who are you to say leave?
I'm covered in grease.
Well, yeah, but
I'm
that's
covered in
because of this
fucking
idiot.
shit.
I'm sure you all had to start somewhere. He's only recently begun doing this shit.
That doesn't make it right.
I don't say it didn't. I'm not saying it makes it right. I'm just saying that perhaps a little bit of leniency might be required, considering that he's less than an apprentice.
Roll an intimidation check, Flopsy.
Intimidation.
Or what?
Okay.
Persuasion or intimidation.
You're pretty scary.
Yeah.
Both a +2, so
Oh, God. No, no. I can't guide it.
I'll go for persuasion because I don't think she's trying to necessarily 11.
There comes a time in every wizard's life that they'd learn spells. This was no mere accident. You knew what you were doing, Goblin.
Hey, look at that. Look, I got big, important friends. Don't fuck with me, man.
I know whose hat that is. That man couldn't get himself out of a brown paper fucking bag.
Bit harsh.
Have I seen any of these people from the resort?
Not these ones, no. You'll see Algondo in the corner. He's fast asleep.
Right.
How is Effraim responding to all of this?
He's not. He's very much not partaking in any of this conversation.
Look, it's last orders and the bar's nearly closing anyway. Just give us 5 more minutes and we'll be gone.
And I don't want to see you in here again.
Is it your bar?
As far as you're concerned, yes.
We're on their turf.
It's a public space.
He will take his cloak and throw it over.
Lloyd!
Womble
Have we?
of wizards pass.
we've encountered a thuggish womble.
Yes, so him and his 2 thug friends will go back and sit at their table.
Still covered in grease. They sit back
I'm
on bricks. I'd like to tie them around 2 deck saves as they walk over the grease.
Yes!
All right, fair enough.
DC 13.
I'll give him +2.
Come on.
All right, one save. They both save.
Those are dexterous wizards, in fairness.
+2, yeah, not too bad.
Yeah, I'm just going to turn back to the group. Like, this is probably the most angry you've seen Flopsy the entire time you've known her. Apart from Julius, maybe. And it's... Oh. I kind of get the impression, I'm not going to lie, the way that she kind of sees it. Have you ever seen, like, a middle-class white kid try to be exceptionally, like, hard and like, oh, yeah, I'm tough?
Yeah.
Because she's grown up in Baldur's Gate.
That's it, yeah.
So, like, that's the impression she's getting from these twats.
You'll see the bar lady just sort of whispers over. She'll just say, look, Tanner and his friends, it's just their turf. Just try not to anger them. Tanner's had a hard upbringing, is all.
Oh, he's had a hard upbringing, has he? So has a lot of people. Doesn't mean we all have to be dicks.
Hey guys, what's going on?
We're going to steal their hats.
No, we're not. We're gonna leave them be. We're gonna sit back down. I have a couple more questions, and then we're gonna go to the beds upstairs. Whatever works.
And you'll see Effraim just go, I thought we were getting pissed up in the sewers.
Yeah?
I don't want to get pissed up in the sewers. I don't want to go to the sewers.
I've casted dancing lights. I have a box of fireworks.
Talking about the sewers. Since I have arrived in this city, I have felt nothing but, and we know there's one down there.
That will be...
There's all that humming. Like that all the time in the big room and all.
What you are experiencing is the pull of a fully operational Argon core. That would be Petal.
Fuck is it doing down there? How is it still a thing?
These threads I cannot pull for you.
I mean, should we do something about it? Should we tell someone? Should we? I mean, is it dangerous if we leave it where it is, as it is?
Yes.
Shit. I was really hoping you were going to say no.
What do we do, Sugar Daddy? Where do we start?
By getting pissed up in the sewers. Dancing
that
lights.
Isn't going to help us. Oh,
Mirror
for
image.
fuck's sake. Effraim!
Oh, yeah. I'll make one too.
Buddy.
How do we shut off an Argon core?
I think you know the answer to that.
No.
Oh, you can't be serious.
Vague people. I hate vague people. They can go shove one.
You can shut
It
an
hits it
Argon
really hard.
core off By overcharging the core and destroying it with 4 refractor beams in order to destroy it.
We can't do that.
No, you can't.
That'll blow up the entirety of the continent.
That will destroy the entirety of our plane of existence.
Oh shit, that's gone bigger. I wouldn't know that.
It's the same size the 4 heroes of Faerûn were able to minimize the blast 5,000 years ago.
So what? We just leave it there? I mean, I can't eat that. Something that size that'll kill me.
Is there nothing like a bigger version of that palimpsest thing, the ball, palimslim?
I'm afraid
The palimslim that the demon went in.
that technology is actually new to me. It is of your time, not mine. I am yet to study this.
You leave that one on.
So we have to leave.
Oh. Thank you.
Well, I suppose it's been there for thousands of years. I'm just thinking more that we seem to be at a point where we have a group of people that are trying to open up the upper planes of existence to try and undo the cataclysm, that are specifically looking for a source of energy that just so happens to be right underneath this city.
I'm lying on the Sunday.
There are 3 Argon.
Is it going to blow up my house?
If it detonates, your house will be destroyed.
But now,
I should tell you this,
such a nice house.
as I do not
You
wish to
shouldn't
be
have
vague.
bought see that was core adjacent.
There were
Oh, Jesus.
3 Argon cores manufactured and invented by Gatter's Cross. 1 beneath Baldur's Gate, named
Which blew up.
Hazel, the Orb of Life. The core beneath Waterdeep, Petal, the Core of Chaos. And a 3rd unnamed core that even I do not know the location of.
Well, I think that's the core we were when we were there. Well, at least as long as it wasn't a, bizarre Asmodeus-fueled nightmare dream.
That's where you went. There was a time that I lost all vision on all of you during the games.
We ended up in like a white labyrinth kind of esque thing.
Figure
Couple
out
of puzzles.
where you went. You will find the location of that 3rd core.
Okay. We can do that. We can add that to the growing and ever thriving list of things that we need to do.
But first of all,
Did we not?
let's get pissed!
Yeah.
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 No, any other questions, please? Go on.
I hope.
I don't want to go to the sewers, guys.
Oh,
It's really nice, I promise.
Lugus will float down at this point. Like I agree with Flopsy. We should avoid them for the time being.
Yeah.
I want to get my rule ball mucky. Don't have
I mean,
prestidigitation.
This just being, I can't begin to explain to you just how much my head is spinning from all of the stuff that's just encasing this city. And I just think if I get closer to it, it's just going to cause me some problems. I'm going to have a fucking huge migraine.
Me first.
Tell you what, Hugh, it take us 10 minutes. Come with me, I'll show you, and then you can tell the rest.
Okay. Lead the way, little goblin friend.
Oh, wait, I'll come.
No.
Cool. 10 minutes, tops. It's not far.
Don't worry. I'll get some rooms for the night and see what we can sort out whilst you're gone.
Let's go.
What you were doing, Lugus?
Oh, I will be sort of floating around Flopsy's head. I'm sticking here.
All right. So as Julius,
No.
sorry.
Where did Juliet come from?
Why did I name her Juliet? That was really
This is
annoying.
awkward.
Yeah. Hugh, Julius, and Gob, you make your way out of the tavern. And just lovely enough, there's a sewer entrance right next to it because it was fun to give you a choice. And as you sort of open it up, Gob, you can see there's a padlock on it, but you can just sort of pull it off. It's nothing there.
I've opened this one before.
And you will go into this long corridor. It's like I mentioned. This is not kind of like a sewer in the sense that it is connected to houses to act as a sewage system. This particular sewer entrance is more of tunnels and ways of passage for people who wish to remain hidden or anything like that. And you get the sense as you're going through this tunnel, you can see that there are sort of sleeping bags in these tiny little alcoves or makeshift beds, but there is one that you go past doesn't have anyone in, apart from sort of maybe one or two, which has a sleeping individual in it. And yeah, Gob, if you'd like to lead the way with your descriptions.
Come on, let's go.
And we trundle down the tunnels. Every now and again, a little.
How many people live down here, Gob?
I don't know how many. Like more than this.
Quite a lot.
Look, 5, 6, 7.
Some. More than none.
More than none.
Yeah. And we'll go along, and then this little rat will scurry past him. Oh! And he'll kneel down, and a little rat will come over, and he'll give him a little stroke. Oh, this is my friend.
Hello. What's your name?
I call him Andy.
Hello, Andy. I think we'll
Andy
scoot him on the head.
What a shit name.
Yeah, he doesn't talk. Anyway,
No,
see you
rats.
later, Andy. We'll carry on. And there'll be some little junctions that kind of go off to one side. Oh, down that way. That's a weird humming thing down there. This way. Keep going. Oh, we keep going. And then we'll get to like this other like part of the wall, and it's got like it's kind of like part boarded up, and people have thrown rubbish and shit in there, and it's just like right, and he'll push a beam out of the way and kind of move a little bit of rubbish. Like, come on. It's all dark in there, and it's all not very nice, and then we'll squeeze through. People don't come this way. They don't hide in here. Come. And we'll go down a little bit further. And then he'll take another turn, and we'll go down a little bit further. And then...
Are you going to murder us, Gob?
No, watch.
And as you go down this final tunnel, it starts to kind of like slope down, like on its side a little bit. It's kind of like the whole place has been shifted and tilted, like it started to collapse on one side. And as we go further and further down, we get to the end, and there's just like this large stone wall, and in it is on like really heavily tilted, almost at 45 degrees, and not set into the rest of the sewage system, almost like it's been added on afterwards, or as if the sewage system has like been built around it almost. There's this big heavy set iron door. It's like a bit tarnished and rusted. Yeah,
Right, come on in, anyone.
he like puts a pick lock in, and he picks the locks out.
I don't have a key. I just have to lock it like this every time. Right.
And push the door open, and there's this. You just get hit with this big warmth of light. And as you walk into this large, grand entrance hall with white and black marbled floors, huge ceilings, and there's like just slightly worn carpet on the floor, and these candelabras that are all lit up, and a large chandelier in the middle, and in the front is this double-sided staircase that runs up and turns up at the top.
This is my mansion.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
How?
I found it. Come.
And it'll leading you through the lower ground floors. And there's like a parlor or grand sitting room, which is a large room with some like faded luxury furniture and a fireplace that's kind of like burning and nice and warm. Plush armchairs, dusty bookshelves, like all along the walls.
Any paintings on the walls?
There is paintings on the walls of just like random like people and family portraits. Some of them have got tears in. This place is like it's definitely a bit run down. These big, tall, grimy windows, but you can't see anything through them. It's just black because it's underground, right? But everything is all twisted and tilted on one side. And then it'll lead you through into like this dining hall, which has got this large, long wooden table that's kind of like slid down to just one wall. It's like it's not in the center; it's all kind of slid down to one side. Chandeliers kind of hanging down. There's some crystals that have like missing, and you can see on the floor some of them have scattered across the floor at some point. It leads you and show you into the study where there's bookshelves and leather-bound tomes, ornate desks with like maps and things on them that he's clearly not touched. We'll show you the kitchen with this big iron stove with this brass pots on top. And as you go into the kitchen, he then opens up this larder, and it's like you open it up and you can see there's all this boxes and crates of fresh food. It's like he's like stolen a bakery and shoved it in there.
Loads of food.
Do you have any strawberries, Gob?
Probably.
And he'll kind of rush in and like scramble around, knocking a few things over and pull out this box. And
Strawberries?
I'll grab the strawberries. Gob, we're staying here. We're never leaving.
You will know
Okay.
that strawberries are very rare.
I found them in this big man's house. He's real rich and posh and stuff. I just rob him up. Easy.
there's a bath. It'll show you a bathroom with a stone. It'll show you this bathroom with a stone bathtub. It's kind of got slight fixtures on it and a cracked ceramic sink. It shows you the music room with this grand piano, loads of little cracked keys on it.
Julius,
God.
do it.
I don't
Do
know
a
what
thing.
to do with one of those things. Yeah, fuck it.
Tippy
Why not?
tippy and make the noise.
I have a piano in my village, but I'm give it a try.
What is? Are you proficient with? What is the closest thing to a piano in actual mechanics?
Nothing. It's there's no key things
piano
in
is
the
very-
D&D instrument thing.
Isn't
There is no keys. There's no. there's
Generally, you
nothing.
can't carry a piano around, so
I get. Well, hey, with a
I don't
24,
get-
you play it
You
beautifully.
like one of those like shoulder ones. Like the synth.
You work it out.
Yeah,
It's wildly out of tune, but never been tuned in its life. But
yeah. But it's intuitive. It is. Yeah, you pick it up pretty easily. You start out by do 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 do, and then you start introducing chords and you.
That's
And then
jam.
he'll lead you upstairs, and there's these long corridors, and then off to the sides of these rooms, and he'll show you in. And there's four large bedrooms like down this corridor, and each room has got this 4-poster bed, these velvet curtains that are a little dusty and moth-eaten, dresses with cracked mirrors and faded tapestries on the walls, but the bedding is all like super fresh and soft because he's obviously
I steal fresh bedding, and I like to keep it just in case I have guests, which I never do.
Well,
Okay.
you have now. And this place is fucking epic.
Yeah, nobody ever find it.
and then he'll
Except
lead
for
you
all those
back
people
downstairs.
killed.
Oh no, they were just
While
like
we're in the
they were just
bedroom.
too close, you know.
While we're in the bedroom, is there like a curtain or a window? Can I open up and see if there's anything? What do I see if I
You
look out
open
a
it up?
window?
Do you have any dark vision or anything?
No, not currently.
Okay. If you open it up and you can just see it's just dark, but if you get really close and like put your face up to it, you just see soil.
Just soil. It's literally just underground.
Someone bury your house.
God, how did this get down here?
Well, I don't know. I think it fell from the sky like a meteor and it landed in the ground.
Have you ever looked above whereabouts we are?
No.
Huh. Maybe next time we're up above, let's try and find if there's a house-shaped hole where this should be.
Maybe. I would have thought somebody would have found it by now, but... Anyway, come with me. Look, this is the best bit.
And it would lead you back downstairs and into the kitchen again. And then there's this door which has got a set of stairs that kind of spiral down. And as you spiral down, all the candles are still lit in here. And you'll notice that they're what's that spell that you cast when you make eternal flame, whatever it's called? They're all lit. They're all lit with that magical flames. And it'll lead you down to this cool stone-walled chamber with arched ceilings. And there's numerous wooden racks filled with dusty and cobweb-covered bottles. Shelves labelled with faded writing, and each categorized by different regions of Faerûn. There's a few barrels in one corner, like with really old-looking sets of vintage of wine, and a large wooden table that's kind of got some clattered cups and goblets and stuff.
Yes, this is the Holy Trinity!
And he'll just run over and yank a wine bottle off the shelf and pop the cork and just start glugging it.
How old are these bottles? Like, can I have a look at the date? Like, how many? What vintage are they?
Fucking old.
Sounds safe.
1862. A good year.
So we're talking a couple of 100-year-old bottles.
Yeah.
I'll crack.
Smell it, it's still fresh.
It's still perfectly fresh. It's almost as if it's been enchanted to be such.
So, while you're pouring the drinks, we'll cut back to Flopsy and Lugus. What are you two up to? With Effraim as well. Effraim did stay with you two.
Well, I will look at the crystal, the shard. I'll cover it back up in the handkerchief and put it in a pocket. But you can see that there's quite a fight to do that. And then I'll look up to Lugus. Right, I'm going to sort out the rooms. Do you reckon 2, 3?
I mean, we usually do 2, because I was usually me and Hugh, you and Julius. Is it? I don't mind. No need.
Yes,
plus
but
we don't know how
I'm
expensive
thinking
they are.
Gob.
Oh, is it? Like, I think the sewers are right there. I don't think he'll mind.
Okay. So yeah, she'll walk over to the bar.
Hello.
Excuse me, barkeep.
Yes.
Would it be possible to rent 2 rooms for the night?
I can rent you 1. It is all I have left.
1 room?
1 room.
For 4 of us? Does it have 4 beds?
I can set it up so it would have 4 beds. Yes, it is a large room. We don't typically offer rooms, only sort of VIP guests and high nobles, but there's been no booking tonight for that room in particular, so yes, I can offer it to you, but it will cost you a gold.
That's fine. The gold's that's fine. I mean, if there's a double bed in there already, don't worry about splitting it into two. That's fine. But we will need. Well, actually, she'll look at Lugus, back at Lugus floating on his mage hand. I think he normally sleeps in a drawer anyway. So actually,
I'd like a pillow.
yeah, we'd like an extra pillow for the drawer, but actually, if there's already a double bed in there, it's just one more bed that we need.
There's already a double bed, and there is a chaise lounge up in there.
Okay, then that should be fine, I think.
I'll send up some extra pillows and some blankets.
That'd be amazing, thank you. And she'll make sure she gets the gold out.
I'll
And
I'll-
she'll pass it over.
float over to Effraim.
Hello, young squirrel.
You did say you'd come talk to me before.
Yes, I
Yeah.
didn't think it was right that I had left you with the news that I had given you. And you'll see him now dismissed the mirror images, dismissed the dancing lights. I'm sorry, Lugus, for giving you this information, but I feel that you needed to know.
Well, I've just got to check it out and confirm, or hopefully unconfirm, my assumptions.
Please do. And as much as I am not to tug on threads of fate, or bias you in any way, let me tell you this. Help us. Help this world, Lugus. And I promise you I will send you back to where you came from. Back to a time where maybe even the cataclysm doesn't affect your home.
I'd prefer it to not affect anyone.
Unfortunately, changing the past has ramifications. This is not something that is typically done with chronomancy, as it can lead to moments like these. The reasons we have evil in our world and other planes is because people have incorrectly messed with chronomancy. There will come a time where people will try to ascend to the divine realm. A man named Vecna. There are many foul evils in this world that wish to claim power that isn't theirs. We cannot change what has already happened. Or we shouldn't.
Okay, I'll think on your offer, and when it comes up, I'll tell you what I've decided.
Maybe, if we were to ever track down Tyr, as I am hopeful he is out there, maybe he will have the answers you seek. Maybe he will be able to offer you solace in that his decision was just.
Yeah, well, he certainly has a lot of explaining to do. What I don't get is, Hugh, I overheard Hugh mention the Neverwinter Games to you, and sort of being at the ArgonCon, Hugh seeing that sword you offered him. My dream involved me meeting Tyr. I don't understand how, if he is stuck in mortal form, how he was capable of that, or even if that was really him.
One thing I know for certain is Asmodeus, whatever you wish to call him, He is incapable of impersonating another divine being. If you have seen Tyr in a vision, it may well be that that was Tyr himself.
So, is that he's already awoken? He was never sealed?
It's a good lead. Where were you in this vision?
You were just in a forest. I saw him in a clearing and
Any distinct
joined in.
things about this forest? Anything that you saw?
Not that I don't remember from the session, but Luke's probably would.
You wouldn't remember too much because you never actually asked too much, but you remember it being very mystical and very majestic, but overall just a kind of a meadow, if anything.
Okay. It was rather serene in contrast to what I've heard the others in their dreams. It was peaceful and
Well, there are many places that can fit that description, but maybe you're describing the Feywild.
maybe, but Lugus will bring out his notepad and add another location. Okay, so from that vision alone, we've got him pointing us towards the, treacherous mountains with the Wagyu family, and now he might just be chilling in the Feywild.
Well, it helps when you have an airship and an ally that can do plane travel, isn't it?
Indeed. Let's sort all this shit out. Oh, thank you for making me aware of my situation. I'd rather get it out the way early than break down in front of whatever I find.
Yes. I have a gift for you.
Aye, that was half the reason I floated over here. Everyone got something and I was just being sad.
I was giving you your moment, Lugus.
Oh, thank you.
Take this ring, and he'll hand you this small brass ring. Doesn't look anything special whatsoever. But as you take it, it does shrink in size, so it could be worn by a creature of your size. And you get the sense that it is magical in nature.
I will slide it on. And I'll say to him, am I going to get any context, or is this another vague, ethereal statement?
Doesn't need to be vague. You have the means to figure out what that is.
It'll take me 10 minutes.
It only takes me 2.
Can show off.
Chronomancy, baby. But Flopsy, as you'll sort of be handed the small key, and as you go out to the room, you see a very basic room with a double bed and a chaise longue.
Oh, I wouldn't have gone up yet. I would have stayed downstairs.
All right.
Yeah.
I wanted to describe the chaise longue. I got excited.
Don't worry, you'll get to describe the chaise longue eventually.
If we even go up.
But yeah, what would you be up to, Flopsy?
Well, I'd just probably go back to Lugus because I know that he's been a bit low. So yeah, so I would, I'd head on over, but I'd obviously wait for the conversation with Effraim to finish first.
Aye.
Okay.
Think it has.
Well, while we wait for that to happen, Hugh and Julius and Gob.
What do you guys think?
It's very, very good wine.
I know.
Very, very
It
good
did.
house.
You thought it was going to be shit.
Well, it's very, very old. I wasn't sure if it was good, but it's very, very good wine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mean the house?
What?
you
You
didn't-
thought the house was going to be shit.
I mean, I've never been to a sewer house before that I can remember.
It's all right, isn't it?
Fucking great.
Yeah.
And no one else knows about this place.
No.
How long have you been here for?
A few months, maybe.
Oh. And do you not have like a family or thing?
I don't know.
Drink more, it'll help you remember.
No, I don't think it will.
Hey! Were there any cakes in the pantry?
Yeah.
And I'll punch Julius in the arm and say, "Oh, Flopsy will love it."
Wow. Holy shit. Take 1 hit point of damage. Oh, and you know, we should he likes flapjack.
Yeah, I was about to say you hit flapjack.
Probably. I robbed a bakery the other day and got loads.
Shit. Well, maybe like grab that wheel. Just what are we doing? Are we staying here? Are we going back to the tavern?
I don't want to stay in the tavern. This place is paradise.
Yeah,
Right.
buddy.
And the best thing about stolen goods is that they're free.
Yeah, buddy.
But then, what about? I mean, I think maybe Lugus just thinks like his whole family died. Maybe we should like go and get them, right? And not just leave them
Yes.
by themselves
Absolutely.
while we get pissed in Gob's mansion.
What a world. We don't have any form of like communication at range, do we? Right. I'm sure I can find the way.
You do.
Out the door.
I know.
Out the door, straight on, do a left, do another left, carry straight on, and then after the second junction, first ladder on the left.
Right.
On the left.
Wait, Hugh, just wait, hold on a second. Gob, can you write it down for me?
That was like 3 left.
Right.
It wasn't just like right and outside.
Fuck. Okay, just tell me it really slow. Hang on. Oh, Christ.
Which way? As if you're going back there or as if you're coming here?
As if they're coming towards us.
Down the ladder.
Guys,
Take a right. Oh.
Flopsy. It's a fucking sewer mansion. Go.
Got cakes. What do you want me to do?
Which way do I tell him to go?
Down the ladder, do a right.
Down the ladder, do a right. Do a right.
Not the first junction or the second junction, but the one after that, do another right.
Third junction, right.
Yeah, carry on, do another right.
Next right. She's not.
Flopsy, you hear this message come into your head. It is a combination of a drunken goblin and a drunken person that sounds kind of like Julius. You hear about 25 words at the start of that and no more. The sounds even count as words as well. There's you may reply, Flopsy.
What the fuck, Julius? You're drunk. Hang on a sec. What the fuck, Julius? You're drunk? I'm tired. I'm staying here. But we need to talk.
You got 9 more words.
Yeah, well,
I know, I'm not going to use them all.
Yeah, you don't have to use them all. So
I don't have
it's
to
funny.
use all 25.
So you hear
It's funny though.
you hear this message come back to you, Julius. Yeah, Julius.
She said, I'm in trouble.
Didn't realise you brought your mum with you.
She just, I don't even know why I'm arguing, to be fair. Cheers.
Yes.
Found my plant away.
If you want to go and get them, that's cool, but please come back.
Get lost. We're gonna come back. Like, we can all come. We'll go there and take fucking.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
I've seen it before when she's like, I'm so. She eats some of the cake and she's like, still.
You're so angry we can only hear half the words.
You're so angry, you're so drunk, I don't know what you're saying. Something about cake,
I'm
she
so
gets
sorry.
real crazy with cake.
I'm also
We'll
trying
take
to
her a
be quiet.
taster. We'll take her a sample.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah.
So she doesn't, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And it'll
There's
be-
more when
And we can leave
Mum.
crumbs.
Yeah. Cool.
Yes.
Ooh, a piece of cake. Ooh, a piece of cake.
Oh, piece of cake. Oh, piece of cake. Let's do it.
Great idea. Okay. And we'll take wine bottles with us.
Obviously.
Okay. Right. Go.
It's a plan. It's a quest.
Let's go.
Cool. So we'll cut back slightly to Flopsy and Lugus.
Hey.
So Flopsy, this is sort of after you've received this drunk dial from Julius.
Oh, sake. I'm going to head back over to Lugus and Effraim. Oh, they're drunk.
What's he done now?
I don't know. I don't know. How are you?
I've been better. I've received some news with potentially horrifying implications. I've been given a way out, but that way out is through this complicated, highly dangerous quest. I know of a way I can sort of confirm the best or the worst. I'll tell you, I don't really. That key I mentioned earlier. the one that's I'm not mad, but it's the one that's been talking to me. It's somehow knows a way to access the roots of Yggdrasil, and there's apparently some close by, and climbing him, I can find the date of my familia.
What do you want to do?
I don't know. It's not. Don't really want to risk it. With the maths and the years you've mentioned, my family and I were active like 5,000 years ago. That's a big ass fucking number and way longer than a Ratatosk's lifespan. The only ones alive are the ones that are weirdly powerful, like Primus or maybe Alexis. Just I don't want to see that, especially if my golden canopies are in a similar state to Baldur's Gate.
I mean, you don't know. It's kind of like a Mordekainen's cat right now, right?
That famous, yeah.
The quantum state of alive or dead.
Yeah, and we're not talking about Eddie. I mean, we could check it out. There is one problem that if we can wait, wait until the morning. Also, don't know if I can trust the key. It did have some very sort of ominous undertones during our rather chipper conversation.
Generally speaking, I would question an object that can talk.
Yeah,
I hear you now.
Well,
Can I hear it?
No.
I'm going to show it to Effraim.
Ah, a small key.
Well, is it not familiar in any way, shape, or form?
Let me take a look. And you'll pass him the key, and he'll sort of move it round in his hand. That's an interesting key. I wish this song would stop coming on because it's a man that starts talking in my head.
It's a dude.
It's happened like 3 times. And it's like creeped me out. Every time.
Yeah.
I'll remove it for next time. But he sort of moves his key around. He says, "Interesting. It belongs to you, Lugus."
I'm aware. Just it's mentioned a previous owner, and it seems to know more than it should. So,
sentient items are very mystical in the sense that they can offer great information, but their true powers are very mysterious. This one in particular is very strange indeed.
I'm aware.
But it belongs to you, Lugus.
Thank you. I found him over there, and I'll point to the corner where I found him.
And he will just he'll drop it on the table. Just place it on the table.
I will telekinetically lift it up and shove it in my pocket. Hey.
Roll an insight check for me.
Okay. Inside. Oh, hey, pretty good.
Effraim has tried to be as forthcoming as possible throughout all of the conversations that he's having, but a lot of the threads that you pull on, he's not been able to sort of give you answers in fear that he is going to change the course of fate in any way. It's kind of his whole deal, right? This chronomancy setup. You get the sense that he's not telling you something he knows.
About the key?
Possibly.
Okay. Listen, everybody. Yeah, I know you don't want to back up the time stream. Just it's me holding on to this. You keep saying it's mine, but it's just, can you tell me anything? What about it? And
I'm afraid I don't know too much about that particular item, but what I know of items like that, listen to yourself. Don't let it consume you, Lugus. Make your own decisions and choose your own path.
Thank you. That's already what I've been doing. It was quite quick to vote to kill the demon. But as you know, we didn't do that.
Interesting.
Anyway, shall we heading up to our rooms, Flopsy, or are you gonna wait for the drunk?
I have a little bit of bad news, actually. It's not rooms, it's room.
Oh.
We have one double bed, a chaise lounge, and a drawer.
I know what that second thing is. We had a load of them back in the Golden Canopies.
And it is at this point that Hugh and... you stayed where you were, Gob, yeah? In the mansion?
I would have shown him out, I think. I think I had to show him out.
So all three of you, Gob, Hugh, and Julius, will come out of the sewers and enter into the tavern.
Holding a slice of cake.
Are they covered in shit? Whoa, that was quick.
They are not covered in shit.
Ah.
It's amazing down there. Flopsy, I brought you this.
And look, we've got a little flapjack for you too. Okay,
What is this?
Flapjack.
And then Jack, Jack, you're DMing this at this point. So what other pastries and delicatessen does Hugh have with him?
He's got a plate with a big bit of cake on it, and then Gob kind of rocks up with this small kind of paper box with a load of cupcakes in it as well, iced with cherries on top. They all look reasonably fresh, but not baked today. But they still look tasty.
He's got rooms, 4 massive rooms, beds each. There's a kitchen, there's a study, there's a wine cellar which goes on for miles and miles.
There's one of those fancy fucking lights with, like, what do you call them?
Chandelier! And the tinkle tinkle machine.
Huh?
The ding 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 ding.
Oh yeah. You guys have to come back and listen to the piano.
But I've already paid for the room.
How much was it?
It was a gold.
Oh yeah, gold space is getting better than that.
This is worth a gold. You have to trust us, Flopsy.
I'm going to look between the two very drunk.
And
then I'm going to sort of like look between them, and then I'll rest on Julius. Julius, can we talk, please?
Okay.
Such a long gap.
No. Okay.
It's like the Homer Simpson gif, as it's just like...
Yeah, we could. Yeah. Now.
Well, I mean, if I don't talk to you now, you're just going to drink more and then it's going to become impossible to talk to you.
That was the plan. Okay, fine. Look, we can have a. Where do you want to go? Up to the room? I'd shout.
Let's go. I'm not planning on shouting. Let's just. She's just gonna. Let's go. And then she's gonna start walking up towards where the room she was told the room was.
And the chaise longue looks lovely and covered in red. You make your way up into the room.
Holy fuck! That is a nice shade, long sofa bed thing.
Oh, that's the shizzle.
Yeah.
I'll walk in and shut the door. Fine.
Judith, you okay?
Yes. Why?
Because I don't think you're okay.
No, I'm not quite as drunk, but older. She's. I'm not quite as drunk as I'm planning being. I think you look less okay than me, honestly. Why are you so resistant? Bob's got such a nice sewer mansion.
It's not the mansion, it's the sewer part, but stop distracting this from the conversation. And when I say I don't think you're okay, I'm not talking about drinking. Well, I am talking about drinking. It's actually the drinking that's the problem. You haven't been yourself since Juliet left.
Drinking is the solution.
Drinking is never a solution to a problem.
It is.
No, it isn't. It just extends the time. You've still got to face it eventually.
I just kind of, I don't know. I don't know what's going on, okay, with any of this. Like, wait, what was it? 2 days ago? 3 days ago? 4 days ago? I can't remember. 2 days ago? 3 days ago? Like, our life was great and we were traveling around and I don't know about any of this God stuff. And then, that old man downstairs, he seems nice. But, you never trusted the old fella that came to the village and offered you toys, Like, so, I don't know, I just feel like we could all do with having a bit of for once.
She's going to just sit down on the edge of the bed or the chaise lounge, whichever one's closer.
Chaise lounge.
The chaise lounge. And she's just going to, her ears are down and she's looking at you with significant concern. I've never asked you to be 100% honest with me. And I'm not asking you to do so now. But you weren't like this morning, this afternoon. And look, I don't know what happened in that conversation, but this behaviour has happened ever since. And you don't have to tell me the ins and outs. You can tell me as much as you want to. I don't care. But I'm not going to have you talking to me and trying to manipulate and dismiss my concerns in the way that I've seen you do so many times before. When you go onto a job almost blind drunk and we end up in a fight that nearly took the lives of one of our party, and have you stand there and tell me that everything's okay and that you're just worried about the bigger picture. And I'm sure that's part of it, but I don't know, something's been a bit off since earlier. I just want to know if everything's okay. And if it isn't, can I help?
Fine. And he'll give you a smile. Are you gonna come and see the sewer mansion?
Do I trust the fine?
Sure.
You can roll an insight if you want.
I mean, I'm gonna fail. You're a bard.
I don't know. I could not want it.
It's Kate's dice,
Right.
mate. I'd say, I mean, take it on. Take it on that.
14.
Well, hang on. I'll roll off. Tell you what I'll do. I don't know how to roll in private.
Just bang a d20 on your desk or something, if you've got one.
I don't know where it is.
Then at the bottom right of your chat window, you'll see it says public roll. You change that to private
I got
roll.
one. I got one.
That's more than...
That wasn't 1d20.
I mean,
That was,
there's only so much I can do.
That was
it
fireball
fine.
damage. What are you doing?
Yeah,
What did you get?
14.
Oh. He's not fine.
Oh,
Nine.
okay.
He
Shit,
rolled really badly because he's drunk. You beat me. You beat me.
I've never done that. Sorry, I'm just shocked. I've literally never done a single insight check I've done on you. Okay, she's gonna stare at you really intently. And then she's gonna like stand up and kind of walk towards you.
Ugh.
And just say straight to your face, "You're the person that I trust the most in this life. I want you to know that."
Mom? Sorry.
My mum hasn't been around for a while. I don't even know if she's still alive, really.
No. And I'll just give her a big hug.
She'll kind of like
Good.
not really move for a bit, and it takes a couple of seconds longer for her to return it than usual.
Okay. Still look mad. I want to leave.
Well, the sewer mansion better be worth it.
It's gonna be worth it. You're gonna be so happy. And I say we just fuck up this room.
No, I'm
Because
not
that
going to
woman
lose my deposit.
downstairs Is what was your deposit? 1 gold?
One gold's one gold.
Fuck it.
You're lucky if you see half of that
Cliche
involved,
lodge.
What the fuck?
Oh my god,
Shit,
it's
it's
sentient.
It's a mimic.
No, I'm not gonna fuck up the I'm gonna leave the room as quickly as possible.
And Flopsy's just gonna stare sadly after you. Because she knows you just lied to her. And that fucking hurts.
And as you two come down, you'll see Effraim is still there. And he will say, "So, where is it that you will all be staying this evening?"
The sewer mansion.
Yeah, buddy.
Fuck yes. Lugus, are you okay?
No, but there's nothing I can do about this at the moment. I'll sure if the majority's voted for sewer, I'll come.
Lugus, I have a box of fireworks with your name on it. I will let you light one of them.
Thank you.
Under supervision, and he will hand you a pair of small safety glasses.
I will put them on and just stare at him blankly.
You do not need to wear them now, small squirrel. But when the time comes, you must hold the firelighter out straight in front of you, light it and run.
I can move things with my mind.
But as you light those fireworks, Lugus, sorry, that firework, you can only do one. I want you to remember where you came from, and I want you to think. And I want you to understand that you will see them again. I promise.
I'll either they've miraculously survived until this point, or you'll send me back in a time bubble into a timeline where I know everyone outside my plane is burning.
There could be a third option, Lugus.
Aye.
And it's that third option that we will find together.
Thank you, Gatus. Not Gatus. What's
What
your name?
the
Effraim.
What did you call me?
Oh, there's too many big names. I said Effraim to begin with. I cast time stop, reverse it, and say Effraim.
Now that's impressive. Gob, dare I say it? You are one unique individual.
Oh.
And the more I have thought about it, the more you seem at home with these four. And maybe I did misjudge you. Maybe it truly is 5 heroes of Faerûn. And he'll look to the rest of you and he'll say, you know the old saying, keep your allies close. And keep your fucking chaos goblins even closer.
I think I've heard that one, yes.
Well known, often said.
Gob. Join these heroes on their journey. I think you'll learn a thing or two about yourself along the way. If it is okay with you four, I think he will become a great help to you all.
Do you mean become?
he will be
You did it again.
more help than he is now, which is a great amount.
Let's give Gob a big old hearty slap on the shoulder. Probably a little bit too hard. A bit pissed, and I meant for it to be. But you're only small.
What are you clicking there?
He'll kind
I
of
don't
like
know.
he'll go up to
Shiny rock.
Flopsy. He goes up to Flopsy and he kind of like he takes his hand, and the ring that he stole from the nobleman in the wizard conference, and takes it off. And he'll go up to Flopsy and he goes,
I know you don't like me that much, but I think you're really, really cool. You can have this if you want.
Flopsy's gonna kind of look down. Like, I'm assuming you're smaller, so she's gonna look down at you and she'll reach out, and she's still kind of like reeling a little bit from the conversation that she's just had, but she kind of affects a smile. Gob, I never said I didn't like you. You're an acquired taste, sure, but you're a cool person as well. I mean, you stole this from the middle of a crowd of wizards. Not many people could do that.
I think you could do it.
I said not many people. I might be able to. I've never tried.
You should try. It's good fun. It gives you a rush.
And that's probably where we differ a little bit.
Maybe.
But thank you. Do you know what it is?
No idea.
Cool.
Cool.
Thank you.
And as you all leave the tavern, and Gob leads you all down into the sewers, back to the underground mansion, Effraim will set down his box of fireworks, cast dancing lights, mirror image, remove his greatsword from his back, and he just starts doing this jig. I've done this many times before with many other people, and I feel great. And you can all enjoy the merriment in Gob's mansion until the early hours of the morning, but you can all go ahead and take a long rest. Or if you feel like you wouldn't have taken a long rest, then go ahead and not take one. It's completely up to you, because you're probably really, really drunk. But that's where we'll go ahead and end our session. And that's where we'll go ahead and say thank you so much to Jack for playing Echoes of the Past.
Thank you so much.
You've been amazing, mate. And yeah, that was Jack's final session with us. So if we'd all like to say thank you, Jacko, because I loved you being here, and your character was amazing.
Thanks, Jack.
Absolutely.
Thanks for having me, guys. I really appreciate it. Sorry for all the chaos. I did warn Andy.
Love it.
He said it was fine. I'm not to blame.
It's great.
So we will pick up on that information next session. So as always, give us a wave. Bye, Vicky's mum.
Bye, Vicky.
Bye, Mum.
Bye.
See you all later. Bye, bye.